Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Okay.
All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard for State of the Atmosphere. This week, we've got the WGA strike is over, but from what I hear, they may be striking against the video game companies next. We'll get into it. And then, of course, we've got the Ahsoka review for episode 7. Very interesting. I met a couple of characters for the first time, unlike my brothers on the panel that know every damn thing there is to know about Star Wars. I'll give my 2 cents about those two new characters. And the knock list, something that was born when knock took over the channel last week. We'll continue with the knock list, and maybe we'll get into the IGN top 100 video games. All that and more this week on State of the Atmosphere. All right, it's time again for State of the Atmosphere, the pop culture show of the week on Joe's Atmosphere's channel. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and it's good to see you. I'm back from vacation, but apparently my nose does not like the Louisiana weather I've come back to. I know I sound like Snuffleupagus, so bear with me. To help me along tonight are my friends Das Wolfen. He was first in tonight. What's going on, man?
Not a lot. Just ready for the knock list.
The knock list. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
As long as I don't have to hang from a ceiling to get it.
Yeah, right. As long as you don't have to hang from a ceiling and like hope that a Frenchman doesn't drop you, right?
Yeah.
And the creator of the knock list, Knock, is here himself. What's going on, Big Daddy? How you doing?
Yeah. No, really good. John was here first because Joe forgets about me. And,
yes, I do forget about him. I do.
So I
For
never
some
got
reason,
the
I have a
invite.
mental
So
block.
5 minutes before, I was like, "Hey,
makes
bud,
me think. Makes me think he knows how to get in here. I don't need to send it to him. I send it to everybody else, but I don't send it to Knock.
No, it's Wednesday, which to me means there's only 2 more days till the weekend. So it's always a good time.
Yeah, you know it. And by the way, not to promo our show on Sunday or anything, but we're only going to have an hour and a half show. We have a hard out at 11:30, 12:30 your time on Sunday because we found a venue that's going to be showing the Miami Dolphins against the Buffalo Bills, and my wife wants to go. So we are going. Cool. We're going to go to Drew Brees' sports bar, walk-ons. We're going to go there and see it over in Bossier, meet some friends over there, and have a good time watching the Dolphins. Hopefully take out Buffalo. Hopefully. But anyway, let's see who's in the chat to start with. Christian was first in. He said, "Hey, Joe. Hey, guys." Wookie says, "Expendable who? No one saw it." Yeah, obviously the numbers say that bears that out. Christian said, "I just ordered the Expendable trilogy before they make it a 4-pack." Yeah. And then Ikai Thomas says, "I heard 4 wasn't very good, so maybe that's a good thing." I don't know. I'll have to ask my brother. He's on a cruise. Actually, tomorrow night, Wookie Be Bad has stepped up and been kind enough to do the backup hackers with me, so we'll be doing that tomorrow night. But my brother has seen it. He goes to see every one of those because he loves testosterone fueled movies. So I'll find out from him whether it's worth a damn. I do know it was a hard R this time, so it may be bloodier than the rest of them have been. But we're gonna start tonight with and by the way, I have to say you guys did fantastic while I was gone. That was a great show. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I do like the fact that you showed the box office numbers, and we'll do that here at the beginning of the show. But the first thing I want to cover tonight is the Hollywood writer strike being over. This one has a couple of things going on with it. First of all, this tweet right here. Let me get this going. I have not got the presentation going yet.
He's a little rusty, folks.
I'm a little rusty, folks. Yeah, I'm a little sick.
Get back into it.
Got to get back into it.
I set a really high bar last week. So.
Yes, you did, man. I'm crumbling under the pressure is what's going on, man. But yeah, according to this tweet put out by the Writers Guild, it says the WGA reached a tentative agreement with the AMPTP. Today, our negotiating committee, WGAW board, and the WGA, that's west and east of the Writers Guild is what it is, guys. Council all voted unanimously to recommend the agreement. The strike ends at 12:01 a.m. Check out our deal at this website, and it has a hashtag of WGA strong.
I heard that the number one, like the first bullet point on it, was that we need more acronyms.
Don't we?
And they need to be longer acronyms.
That's the motion pictures producers bunch with that long ass AMP, whatever.
We need more of those. So
we need a whole lot.
They were
more.
Pretty firm on that one. Needing more. Of those.
But we got the writer's strike over with. But from what I hear, they're going to be striking against the video game companies next. Which that's kind of a bigger blow, really, because I don't know if anybody's noticed, but video games are making a lot more money than Hollywood is these days. So
some of the right. You think of like the number one. I recently watched the whole story of God of War, like from the very first game to Ragnarok,
right?
And especially when it gets to the God of War with Christopher Judge and that kid, dude.
Boy.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, boy.
It's great writing.
Actors that they brought in for, as the side characters. It was just, God, it was just good acting.
Yeah.
Good voice acting. Like, you could have, if it was shitty voice acting, it would have ruined the whole game. But it wasn't. Right. No, it was so good. So, yeah. Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And, I mean, some of my favorite games, if they weren't written well, they wouldn't be worth a damn. I mean, I've replayed Beyond Two Souls, God, so many times, over and over again, getting different endings. I think there's like 23 different endings to that game or some shit like that.
Have you played Detroit Become Human yet? I can't remember. I know we talked about it.
I'm about halfway through it. I started a walkthrough of it, and I got to other games, and now I'm locked in on KOTOR for you. So when I'm done with that, I plan on, that's one of them that I need to get back to. Mm-hmm. I've done one of Fable. The only ones I've completed walkthroughs of on the channel are Injustice 2. I did that one, the storyline on that one, and I did Beyond Two Souls, and I really want to do another Beyond Two Souls. Wookie Be Bad says numbers are gonna leak from the streamers, and we could go without a game for years. I have a bad backlog of games. Yeah. No doubt, man. No doubt. You know what? Anybody that likes video games has got tons of video games they want to go get to, and they just can't. I know Knock and John both have a list of games they want to get to eventually. But when the newest and greatest comes out, they got to play it, right?
And I just got a PC, which opened up like a floodgate.
Which opens up a plethora more of games that you can play, right?
I'll just look on Steam. That's absolutely I'm sure I can find anything for free on there that would.
But here's the thing: if they go on strike with the video game companies, then your backlog is going to be what you're going to be playing. Because, well, I say that, but I'm really talking about what? 2-3 years down the road, because these games take a few years to make, longer than it takes to make a movie.
And it won't affect Madden at all, so that's good.
Oh, do you have to go there, man? Madden.
Hey, look, Joe, I still haven't gotten it yet. Come on now.
I am happy.
There
I
you
am
go.
so glad for you.
I am at least going to wait until Black Friday. When it's
There's
cheaper.
no reason to get it, Knock. It's the same goddamn game.
I know, and now I don't want to play as the Broncos, so
Yeah, well, hey, there you go. You have Sean Payton on the sideline.
Our 66 overall defense. So.
Hey, man, look, let me tell you something. Look, nobody could have withstood what happened to them last week, okay? That was just a perfect storm avalanche. That's one you just flush, okay? You're playing – I tell you when you need to start worrying about your fucking Broncos is that they lose this week.
Yeah.
They lose this week.
I won't even watch –
Don't turn on a game the rest of the year.
I probably won't even watch NFL anymore. I'll probably just stick to college.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm enjoying college. College is so much more fun to watch right now because I don't have any skin in the game. I'm enjoying it for the game, and it's just that's all it is. But
another guy that's happy with the NFL results this week. What's up, Jed? How you doing, man?
Well, that's because Jed's a big Swiftie fan. So.
Yeah. Well, wait, I got something for Knock right here, man.
Oh no! Don't do it.
I got something to Knock's gonna love.
Don't do it.
Right here.
Don't do it.
I have this.
You know what he's gonna do. Because the only reason why he's doing this is because his team won this week.
Yeah, that right there.
Yeah, that's painful. That's painful.
Dolphins scored 70 points, the most in the NFL since against the Broncos.
It's a nice bandwagon to join. I agree.
No.
Hey, my wife has been on that bandwagon since the turn of the century, bro.
Look at that right there.
Never heard him say anything about Dolphins ever before in any of our streams, but they win one game.
No. This is really why he's bringing it up. Is this one right here, bro? He is so happy for that one right there. He really is. He's a big Arizona fan.
That was insane.
I was happy about that.
Jed's here. I gotta leave. But yeah, man, Arizona knocking off the Cowboys was pretty cool. But we're gonna talk about all that on Sunday. Right now, getting back to the writer's strike. I'm glad it's over. People are gonna go back to work, but they can get plenty of. They can do what we've been doing with the Mojo Dojo Casa House production company, right? They can write some movies, but they really can't make them because. Unless they're going to CGI the whole fucking movie. No, they can't even do that. Well, I guess they can.
No, they can't.
I guess they can CGI the voices too, right?
Well, the video game industry is now going on strike.
Yeah, I know. That's what I hear.
Yeah,
that's what we were talking about before you came in.
I bookmarked it last night. Here, I have
Okay, you got it?
For you.
Cool.
Yeah. I had it bookmarked for the MFer for this week, so.
That's cool. Throw it up there,
I'm actually going to have articles this week. Wow.
You're going to have articles this week?
Yeah, I know.
Wait, the MFR's getting highbrow? What?
Oh, no.
What?
Well, the Roadhouse.
Research?
There you go.
What?
Yeah.
All right. So, SAG and whatever. See, Knock, there's you another acronym, man. Could you research that and find out what that hell that means?
After members
vote overwhelmingly to authorize strike against video game industry. Yeah, that they better get that done pretty quick, man.
Yeah, because this is a bigger industry than the movie.
Yeah,
Hollywood
it's making more
combined.
money than Hollywood is. That's what we were talking about before you came on. Yeah, man. For sure. I'll let you go into that article on your show, but the headline itself says everything. I mean, we know that these video games take a lot longer to make than movies do. They can ill afford to have months and months of time go by without them getting work done.
See, video games can do something that they're not thinking about. They can use non-guild actors.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true.
Go, well, we just won't hire any SAG actors, and we'll just go after
they can go after anime or anybody. Yeah.
So, will this cause a video game actors union to get formed? I mean,
a video actors guild, a VAG.
A VAG.
Great.
The VAG.
The VAG to go with the Film Actors Guild.
Man, SAG and VAG.
It's a saggy VAG.
Saggy VAG. What's up?
No, the thing is though, it would be voice actors because it's not video games, because there's a huge crossover. There's a few that are exclusive video games, but most of the voice actors who do video games also do animated shows and anime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, once I see a video from
there's-
Sam
there's-
Witwer, I'll know which side to be on. That's all that matters.
What's that now? Say it again.
Once I get a video from Sam Witwer, then I'll know which side to be on.
There you go. Whichever way he goes, there you go. Because he does all of it, right?
Yeah.
He's an actor and he does all of that shit. But I think he's better known for his video game work than anything.
Yeah, he is, because he's
Yeah,
done
so-
Maul and everything else. So,
But
and again, he was in the credits for Ahsoka this week.
was
But
he?
you don't see him. You don't hear
Probably
him
like a
anywhere.
sound guy.
Yeah, you don't hear
Everybody,
him.
He probably played one of those
everybody
turtles.
that's in the show is in the credits.
Yeah.
So-
Let's see. What could be bad says they will just have North Korea and Vic Mignogna studio will do the voices. Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. Yeah, Vic Mignogna could do it all, man. You know that. But anyway, this strike being over, that's a good thing if you ask me. Anytime people can get back to work, that's great. I'm just wondering what the provisions were. I'm really interested, and like I said, if you this article that
I did read a little bit about it. It was mainly like, Chat GPT can't be used as an actual source material.
okay.
The writers can use it, but it can't be. It's up to them if they want to use it, kind of deal.
Mhm.
And like just depending on how many hours a certain show is streamed, they can get bonuses.
Yeah.
Depending on how big the production is, how long it is.
You mean so we're gonna actually get concrete numbers on viewing?
Now we won't, but the guilds will.
Yeah.
Which means that eventually we will get those numbers. Somebody will get those numbers to us. But look, it's been a big thing with streaming. Knock. You can't get solid numbers for anybody. What is that organization gets the best ones? It's got some kind of goofy name. I can't remember the name of it, but there's only one that's actually credible, and they don't even get all the information they need for it. So that's been. I mean, hell, they said Ahsoka was viewed by 14 million people, the first week or something like that. And I'm like, really? Was it? I find that hard to believe, but it's just been a thing where you can't get solid numbers. If they're going to track that for the means of payment, I'm sure.
Bonuses.
That's why I want to look at that contract. I want to see what they're talking about in regards to streaming and AI. See what parameters they put on it and how they're policing it, because that is something that's actually going before Congress and stuff right now. They've had meetings about this to see. I mean, how they're gonna not. The word isn't bookmark. How they're actually going to copyright these AI things and make it known that this was made by artificial intelligence and not a person. You understand what I'm saying? How they're gonna make these pieces of artwork credible. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do that. But I knew that was two big sticking points: was streaming time and the AI factor. Very interested to see that. That was a USA Today article that I showed earlier, and it has a link on that tweet. If you go check out the tweet by the WGA West, then you'll be able to get that link and check out the actual contract. I haven't had a chance to do it because, as you guys know, I've been on vacation, and
he's going to keep using that for like the next 2 years. Hey guys, sorry, just didn't get around to it. Is I was on vacation.
That's
Maybe
a
I
great
should-
excuse, isn't it?
My mentality, I'm not quite back yet. Sorry
Right.
guys.
Well, any last words on this strike being over? I'm happy it's over. Anytime they can go back to work, I'm glad about that.
No, it's interesting. It's just the Actors Guild is still going, so
Well, at least we'll get the foundation started again.
Oh,
No,
foundation. Of
I'm
crap
sure they
that
want
we
their
have out
better
there.
trailers or something. And,
Yeah.
Whatever.
I want to get paid
Foundation
for every hour it's streaming and stuff like that.
They have shot themselves in the foot with this streaming thing, man. They really have. It's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
cost them so much money. A lot of these, when these strikes are over, a lot of these streaming services are either going to merge or disappear.
I just got something. Look at this.
What?
Look at that.
What is this?
PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan will retire as of March 2024.
Uh-huh. I don't even know who that is.
Dude, that's fucking wow.
Who is he? Who is he?
He's the asshole that's ran PlayStation for 30 years.
Okay.
And
All
he's really fucked up.
And I've gotten every PlayStation since.
I've bought it. I was fixing to say, if he's an asshole, he must be doing something right because I've bought every fucking PlayStation system.
Dude, you need to change your PlayStation password because they hacked every single.
Oh yeah, there was a big leak. You do need to change your password.
You need
everything you've ever done on computer has been hacked at some point. There's no.
I know
that's true.
There's no company that hasn't been hacked.
Oh, I know, but PlayStation's been hacked a ton of shit.
Yeah.
So is Xbox. So is Target. So has They got Target through an HVAC system. It's ridiculous.
All right, boys and girls. Well, the next on the list today is this week's episode of Ahsoka.
All right, see you later. We'll
We've only got one more to go.
Oh God, that was just last night. Oh my shit.
Yeah. Hey, look. Let me tell you, as the non-Rebels guy, I enjoyed it. It was fun. The little creatures they came up with that were kind of goofy. The little fucking turtle guys. I thought
they gotta have something like that in every season.
So good.
It's now like a checkbox. Like you have to create some kind of cute and funny creature.
Yeah, that's a given in Star Wars, isn't it? Yeah. Ahsoka, I'm out. He says, "Yep." Yeah, later, guys. Yep. See you later, man. See you later. And he'll be on tomorrow night, by the way. Thanks a lot for tuning in, Wookie. But the two characters we finally got to meet were Thrawn and Ezra.
Now, talking about episode 7.
Yes.
Well, I think he watched it. You watched it. He
was there last.
He was already there in episode 6.
Yeah. That's right. But in this one,
both of them were.
We had the battle, right? Ahsoka showed up and Balin. It was interesting, man. I thought it was pretty interesting. I still don't know what's up with Balin.
Nobody knows.
And Thrawn's kind of wondering what that guy's up to too. but I do like your boy Thrawn. Knock, I got to tell you that guy's playing 3D chess. And if you got into Star Trek, you would like Spock because that's the same kind of guy, man. He just looks at it friggin' through numbers. Basically, he's looking at it mathematically, the whole fucking thing, right? It's pretty cool. Yeah. I enjoyed watching him during this whole battle sequence this time around. I thought it was neat. That was cool. The other guy, Ezra, this is a guy that I don't know what he was like in Rebels, but he seems he's not. I'd lean more towards a character like Balin, or Obi-Wan, somebody that's more of a realist. But this guy, he seems like an idealist, like he just wants to, use the Force and not hurt anybody and shit. You know what I mean? It's really weird. Am I seeing this wrong or something?
Well, he was a little kid in, he was like a young teen. He was like, 13, 14.
Yeah.
I'm going to say they brought something up from one of the Star Wars games and remember the Tire Kiss game or the karate game that they had? Everybody was doing kung fu.
I was never a fan of Kyle Katarn, so I never played any of it.
No. The karate game they kind of did the karate combat game where they had the Tears of Kasan or what was that game? That's what Kyle's doing now. That's his Jedi power because she tried to hand him the lightsaber and he goes, "Oh no, I'm okay. I got this. I don't need the lightsaber now."
Yeah.
That was the dumbest thing I'd ever heard.
I was like, they literally borrowed that from a video game that was bad, that bombed. I'm going to try to find this if I can find it.
Okay. What you got there, Knock?
You can hold it until I get to
Go ahead, yeah.
What is
you
it?
ready? Are you ready for my rant? I'm going to rant, and this is.
Oh, you're gonna rant?
Go
Oh
ahead.
shit!
So I was going to wait until you guys said your piece.
No, go ahead.
go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
He'll
All right,
find
so
his in a
I
second.
hated this episode with a passion. I thought it was a dumb battle. I thought Ezra not taking his lightsaber. So in the show, unless I'm mistaken, John, Ezra loses his lightsaber at one point and creates another one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Why the fuck did he not do that here? And I don't want to hear no bullshit about there being no kyber crystals in another galaxy.
Yeah,
Disney can find a way for him to get a lightsaber.
I
Now,
agree.
the fact that he didn't want one is the dumbest thing I've ever, I'll ever hear. Like him not
Yeah.
wanting it, and then doing force push.
And
which
apparently Jed knows where that came
I
from.
know where that
Right,
came
I didn't know
from.
what that
I'm
came
looking
from,
at
but it's dumb. It's a dumb thing.
Star Wars.
There's no
things.
reason, and all it's going to do is just expend his energy more.
Yeah.
That's all it does. It just expends his energy.
I was
Force
fixing
is-
to say he's force pushing stuff all over the damn
right,
place.
yeah, that's not an unlimited ability. You
Yeah.
eventually run out of energy.
No.
I'm trying to find it.
And it's all when you're doing that, you're trying to prevent yourself from doing stuff like that. You use it as precise, timing to either throw off
Right.
an enemy or stuff like that, or a finisher or something like that. It's not something you just use in the battle constantly.
Yeah.
Tell that to Yoda.
So,
Yeah.
but he used it in concert with a lightsaber.
Yeah,
so,
he's got a lightsaber.
and so that was so dumb. I didn't like it. I hate that we still have no idea what Balin's doing. Unless this is a 2-hour ending, final episode, they're not going to cover everything in this last episode, which is stupid because we've been waiting this whole season.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
I don't think we're going to get any of it. And I don't understand why didn't Balin just fight with them? He knew Ahsoka would have went and joined that battle, so he let her run away for some reason. Let her run away? Like, it makes no sense to me just to have some other new battle where she's like, I'm not going to fight you because what? She changed? So now she runs away from a battle? That's her change? Is that she doesn't want to fight because she's more balanced now? That's ridiculous. And then, I saw this is near the end of the episode here.
Yeah.
They did it again. They put a fucking timer that they have to have things done by. This is a timer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. Yes.
And it looks like it's a timer, basically,
Yeah.
which they just love to do in Star Wars. So we can't go anywhere with all these random, whatever the fuck these things are. So it's another timer. They're clearly not going to make it back in time. Oh, let's get our forces away from them so they have a time to regroup and then choose to attack at a specific time so that they make it on the ship before you disappear because we have another timer.
Yeah.
We created our own timer for whatever fucking reason, and then just to be convenient.
I didn't even think of it that way, but yeah, that's
It's just
exactly
another
what
timer.
it is.
It's another. The Death Star's coming around the planet, and just in time they destroyed the Death Star. That's all it is. It's another timer that they're gonna beat. And Thrawn's like, no, they're not gonna beat this time, or they won't make it in time. They're gonna make it in time. What else are they gonna do?
Right.
It's just this whole episode. It was a filler. It was a filler episode for me. I learned nothing. You had the dumb reunion. I didn't care for that reunion at all because Ahsoka running away for no reason. Balin.
Well, it was. I was going to say the
reason.
reunion itself was anticlimactic. Really, if you, it felt
too.
that way.
It was
to me.
it was like, hey, there you are. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, talking shit. Hey, and then they hug.
Mikasa Sukasa.
Yeah, that was kind of anticlimactic.
We learned nothing, and then like everybody just runs away from the battle. Like it's just
E. Clay Thomas says, "Oh man, you know it's bad when Nock is ranting."
Well,
man, he's the biggest Star Wars fan I know. And
if you hear me or him both really go off, you know there's something.
What is the cargo Thrawn is loading?
Yeah,
That's a good
pumpkins.
question. What is it?
Couldn't you tell from the picture they were pumpkins?
I will say one thing.
It is Halloween coming up.
I did miss because I don't look at the IMDb, character list or whatever.
Yeah,
I missed that Claudia Black was one of the witches. I thought
Yeah.
that was
She,
I saw the thing after I seen the episode, but
she
Claudia
must've been
Black,
on there.
she's from like Farscape,
Stargate.
It's probably the biggest ones I've seen her in, but she's pretty cool. But I missed that one. I mean, she's got full on makeup, and
I have
E. Clay?
I have a completely different take on Ezra than you do, Nock. I look at it this way: he's become a Force monk.
That's
Which
what it
is
seemed to me.
Which
He
he does.
does.
I hate it.
No, it's just another. Well, it's just
dumb.
another way. to use the Force.
We don't need another way to use the Force. Everyone that knew how to use the Force the right way is dead. So like,
there's been Force monks in the past. I just like that. I liked what he did was using.
I don't know anything about Force monks, and it seems like a dumb idea.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're going. If you're doing a Force monk, you're all about peace, and it's nothing about balance. We've already been through this where peace is it's just you got to have one with the other. If you're just gonna have there's no balance there for me.
Yep.
It's just that's wrong, and with Ahsoka being the way she is, there's no balance. She's just good. There's just what is this? Where's the balance?
You need the balance. I agree with him.
It's just I didn't like that episode. I don't like I like Ezra too. I like the actor that they picked out for him. I hate the conversations between him and Sabine. They're so.
If anything,
awful.
I've learned I don't like Sabine. I don't like that character at all.
No,
I
I'm liking her.
Stand her.
She's actually really cool in the show in Rebels, but they turned her into like some. I don't know, his sister.
Karen.
I don't know. Like it's weird. It's just
it's so weird, bro.
I guess she's not quite Space Karen.
There's a bag.
No, she's not a space Karen.
Rebels,
No, she's
right?
more like a space emo chick that won't act right, man. It's just I don't get it.
At least in Rebels, they were young, and it made sense that they were awkward. They were like literally teenagers, exploring feelings. But in this one, it's like 10 years have passed, and she's still as awkward as ever. And Ezra's like, "Yeah, I'm cool and collected. I don't need a lightsaber."
Yeah, I don't need a lightsaber.
Every Jedi ever builds their own lightsaber again. He was trained.
It's part of their skill set, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it's
Yes,
supposed
it
to be, anyway.
And if you tell me they can't find a kyber crystal in another galaxy, I won't believe you.
Yeah, he's full of shit because kyber crystals.
Something else I'd like to also point out. Remember that creature that's the neutral force. He had a lot to do with him, and I'm wondering if that's it. If that's going to turn out to be his influence, is why he doesn't need a lightsaber because he's not a Jedi.
I like what
he's another Force user. But that
says, how can the witches find Ahsoka in 30 seconds, but they can't find Ezra in 10 years?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well,
yes.
If I had to guess, it would be that Thrawn wasn't looking for Ezra necessarily. He probably didn't care about Ezra at the time.
He's probably using Ezra as bait to draw these guys in, is what it seemed like to me.
The only reason why he would have gotten, exactly. Yeah. And so the only reason why he would want, Ahsoka is because of what he could do to their plans.
Right.
So
because every time
I would say he didn't want to find Ezra. That would be the thing.
Right. Every time Ahsoka's name is brought up in front of him, like he told him, look, if any whales show up, destroy them with extreme malice. Every time Ahsoka's brought up to him, this chick might be his kryptonite, and he may know it because he's always saying kill him. You know what I mean?
Especially when he found out about. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know where they get this information, but him having or her having been the apprentice of Anakin was kind of interesting. Learning about that
from the records from the Empire had the records from the Jedi Temple. So it would have been there.
Yeah, they just killed everybody. They got all. They got the information before they burned the place down. You know that.
Yeah.
But Balin, what the fuck is he up to, man? He let his apprentice go.
That still bothers me. That still bothers me. He's like, yeah, go join the Empire, and it's like,
no, I think they're gonna do a redemption arc on her.
They don't have enough time to do a redemption arc on her.
No, they're gonna save it for next season.
Yeah.
They're gonna start it off at the end of this next one, and then they're gonna turn her into another Gray or whatever.
Sabine's gonna take her head next episode.
Now, John and Jed, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but the Bothan Falea.
Yeah.
Does that one senator dude, is that his role? Do you guys see him as being Falea, basically? The bad senator guy, the Empire,
right? The guy that
was
talking
kind of an ass.
He's screaming like he's taking the place of Falea in this story.
Yeah,
the way he's like, oh, she should be in jail. That's exactly like what Falea would say.
Right.
I know I'm saying his name wrong, but he's a Bothan who basically he accused he got Akbar almost imprisoned basically, in EU. Like that's the kind of character he was. He's the guy that would point the finger and be like, "I want," he's pure politics.
Right.
He's the kind of guy that he's always looking for political points. Like he wanted to take over the military, even though he wasn't even a military leader kind of guy. But he was.
I did like how they're keeping Leia relevant.
Yeah.
And
I did like seeing C-3PO. I thought it was a cool.
Yeah.
Thing to
C-3PO
do.
shows up, and I'm like, oh, I know what this is about.
Mm-hmm.
Leia's not happy.
Yeah, she's a very important character.
So C-3PO comes in name dropping.
Yeah, absolutely. I did like that part.
So Joe, that's where they got that from. Right?
So this is where
I had this. I played this.
Oh yeah, I never played this.
I played this. It wasn't that great of a game. So this right here
Terrace
is.
This
is what
Mara
this
Jade
is. Yeah, it had Mara Jade. That's the reason why I got it, because it had Mara Jade in it. So, the reason. Okay, so this was like a kung fu. The Empire seeks retaliation for the destruction of the.
It's Star Wars Mortal Kombat.
It's basically
it looks
Mortal
like
Kombat,
a fighting game like Injustice 2,
and
which is made by Mortal Kombat guys.
Yeah, the mysterious Iron Lyn seeks to battle in the art of Terrakis, an unarmed combat discipline, against the leaders of. That's where they got this from. They pulled it from this game.
Gotcha.
Not necessarily.
I mean,
Jed, just because something is similar in a game doesn't mean they got the idea from the game, because it's not the same thing.
Well,
we all know that Simpsons did it already. Okay?
Well,
Yeah,
the way
they did it.
The things that what I was saying, the way he was doing no moves, that's what they have in that game.
Okay, I got you.
I played the shit out of that game.
That's fine, but I'll tell you, those moves are basic martial arts moves.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they are.
They're specific ones.
There's a half dozen styles that could be.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah.
But
as far as this particular episode, I thought it was okay, Yeah,
it wasn't.
But the reunion between Ezra and Sabine, and it's probably because I can't stand Sabine.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like her.
I was disappointed. I was expecting
it was very
emotion.
lackluster. If they met during a battle or something, a la Dune or something, that would have been cool. But he's just hanging out, like he's hanging out in the street corner, right? I did like the C-3PO thing. I thought that was cool, but I'm with Knock. I don't know how they're going to wrap this up in the last episode. I really
unless it's like a 2 hour.
I don't think they were planning. Obviously, they weren't planning on Ray Stevens. I think they were planning on Ray Stevens to be an ongoing character for season 2, or get his own series. So I
never know now.
Well, I don't think that he's going to die at the end of this. What I think they're going to recast him. And
could he be like just hear me out? Could he be like a Thanos type character that's like manipulating all kinds of different people to do things for him to get something done?
Because the only one they would have to do that would be Palpatine, which they've already done that.
Right?
Joke and everything, like manipulating.
Please, I don't even ever want to hear that fucker.
They already talked about Palpatine in Showtime.
I know the perfect guy to replace him.
Yeah, who?
Leif Schreiber.
Yeah,
exact same height, exact same build, similar voice.
Yeah, put a beard on that guy; he'd be perfect. You're absolutely right.
I don't know who that is.
Liv Schreiber? Oh man,
I probably know who he is, but
Wolverine Origins. He was Sabretooth. He was his brother.
Okay.
Remember?
I don't know him without the fucking hair and the teeth. So
okay,
still, you're gonna have to help me out here.
No. From Wolverine Origins.
I don't remember
X-Men.
That, dude. That was.
Oh, it wasn't the one that played Sabretooth?
I may have watched that movie once. It's not one.
Hey, wait, didn't he?
The movie's horrible, but it's got a great opening scene with him and his brother fighting through different wars in history, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah. No, I've seen the movie. I haven't seen it in a long.
Liv Schreiber, hang on, I'll bring him up. I'll grab him.
E. Clay Thomas, but
that's true.
What Ezra wouldn't use a lightsaber because he's a horseman, but he picks up a blaster and starts shooting everybody.
Yeah.
I
was like,
he could have done that sooner.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck was that about? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and pop one up there, man.
Yeah, if you had what's the show he's on Showtime?
Don't know.
Can you see? Look, his facial structure is very similar.
It's
too.
yeah. Just gray his hair and put a gray beard on him.
Well, now I
He
gotta
looks
look up
just like him.
IMDb because there's a show he's on.
Yeah, there he is, a Sabretooth.
Mhm.
There's a different show that I know him from that I would know.
I mean, you can say what you want about Wolverine Origins.
Ray
The
Donovan.
opening of that movie
Ray
is fucking
Donovan. If
great.
you said Ray Donovan, I would have been like, oh, I know exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
Ray Donovan's
Well,
a show.
okay,
on
knock Ray Donovan. That's who it is.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. See, thank you, E. Clay.
Hey,
Yeah.
knock. E. Clay Thomas is telling you it's Ray
Yeah.
Donovan.
Then I want to know who. Yeah, no, that would be pretty cool. No, I like him.
He also says what's really dumb is that Ezra wouldn't use a lightsaber because he's a Force monk, but he picks up a blaster and starts shooting everyone. Yeah, I noticed that during the battle. He started
There's another thing too. Maybe he feels he's no longer worthy of wielding the lightsaber.
What?
See, these are so much assumptions based on 9 years that we don't know nothing about.
Yeah,
and that's the annoying part is we know nothing.
Well, but that's what normally happens in these shows. You've got to assume things until they tell you.
Until they tell you, you got to try to figure it out. And I'm
Just like
still trying to
everybody-
figure out what my boy Balin's doing. I love Balin. He's the best thing about this show. I did not understand it. I'm with you, Knock, though. I did not understand him.
He knocked, didn't he? Balin said he wanted to bring balance too at one point.
No, he just wants power.
I could have sworn he said something about that.
Well, he kind of mentions it. Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, he kind of in an off way.
He wants to bring balance in his own way.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he's looking to do. But how is he going to do that? We have no idea.
That's what I was like, that kind of sounds, but then I thought about it. I was like, that could be taken so many ways there, but that kind of says want to bring balance to.
I'm kind of curious.
By the way, if you wonder why Wookiee left, he does a reaction show to the I think he does it after this show, doesn't he?
He starts around 8:00, I believe.
Yeah, that's why he didn't want to stay in. It's not that he didn't want to talk about it. He'd probably come in here and talk with us.
Oh, we're gonna talk shit about it on Sunday, so
yeah, for sure, absolutely.
We have to do this twice a week.
He's not a fan of Ahsoka at all. So
speculation's rampant on this show. I mean, look what they were saying that Marok was. Oh no, it's Ezra. No, it's Starkiller. Nope, it's one of the Force beings that the Night Sisters made.
I'll tell you something else. Now that you mentioned that, man, I got to tell you something else I really dug about this fucking show. His troops, his fucking stormtroopers are badass looking, man.
That's
with all these different parts together.
That Royal Guard, he's also Amos in Expanse.
Yeah, that's Wes Chapman.
Yeah,
he's Amos from The Expanse. Yeah.
I was like, holy crap, man.
Do you guys, are you enjoying his troops? I think they're fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
I'd like to know more about them for sure. I think that whole thing where they do the whole gold thing, like I guess Japanese culture where they fix everything with gold. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you looked at all of them, they're all different parts of different stormtrooper uniforms. Most of it's the white stormtrooper uniforms, but some of them have black helmets and pilot helmets and shit.
Did Marok ever talk? Like make any noise?
Nope.
No.
So that's what I'm kind of wondering is, because these
he did talk.
These stormtroopers were definitely
He did talk.
That's what I was kind of wondering. It's like if these stormtroopers talked and he didn't, I'm wondering if they're actually like the Force Witch.
Well, it was a zombie because he kept saying he wants to make the zombie troops, so.
I never heard the word zombie troop come out of
There's never
anybody's
anything
mouth.
about zombies.
Yeah.
Well, look, that's basically what they are. They want to raise all those dead.
I don't think they're zombies.
rumor.
I think they're the remnant of what was on the Death Star or the Death Star.
The Super Star Destroyer that he's on.
Yeah, the Star.
I want to know what deal he made with the witches. Like, what are they getting? Like, he's always like, I need another favor. Hey, by the way, I need another favor. Like, is that what's in these containers? Like,
everybody is getting played by the witches, man. Balin used them to get out there, and Thrawn's using them to get out of there. I mean,
but
what do the witches get out of this shit? That's
they're getting a ride back. That's what I think they're getting. They're getting a ride to the other galaxy.
So the one that brought Balin to Thrawn was actually going there to grab her girls and bring her back.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
To bring the Night Sisters back into prominence in the galaxy. I think that would be.
I'll give this show one thing, man. it's definitely getting more into the spiritual side of Star Wars, which I dig. It's just they're being very vague about everything, and that is driving me up the wall. And it sounds like it's driving everybody up the wall that enjoys this shit. I wish they'd be a little bit more concrete about some of this stuff.
You know what? Another thought. Jedi pilots go into a sort of trance when they pilot ships. Ahsoka was not doing that when she was flying that ship. She was flying her ship through that asteroid field like a regular pilot.
Yeah.
Nah, fam. That's not how Jedi roll when they're doing these kind of things.
No.
She should have been in a trance, calm and collected.
Yeah.
In a trance and like flying.
She was definitely on edge.
Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That made no sense to me. That's not how you fly. I mean, I know not all Jedi are just main flyers, but that they can use that. You would think of someone who flies a ship like that.
You would think she would have tapped into that when she was doing it, right? Yeah.
There's a lot of holes.
There are a lot of holes.
Just doesn't make sense why they.
The whales bailing on them, though, I thought was funny as fuck. Oh, we're tired of getting hit by these things. Plap, plap, plap.
The reason why he put those there. Yeah.
I loved it. It was awesome. That was so great. It was funny.
Oh, yeah, that too. I mean,
the ship is indestructible.
How horrible
so
do you have to be chasing a robot around for 10 minutes and still not able to shoot him down? Like, what is your point of your existence? Now, and I know Thrawn. Right? Those pilots, right? They would have been in the simulators every single day.
Yep.
In his ship. Okay? They would have been in the simulator because Thrawn doesn't mess around with his officers. He will shoot you in the head on the bridge. Well, maybe not shoot you, but he would make you go away, right? If you were incompetent. And if you're chasing around the same ship multiple times and still not able to get it down,
unless Thrawn gave orders just to harry them, not to actually shoot them down.
But then why would you say destroy all the space whales when they come out of?
That made no sense to me. Yeah.
And then why chase
it made it sound like to me he wanted Ahsoka toast.
I'm not saying that Thrawn's not capable of, he is a chess master, but and he has done that before. But in this show where nobody really knows much about Thrawn, he would have said it.
Yeah.
He would have. I think he would have said it like go after Ahsoka, but not really.
Well,
like,
the reason why I think he's killing the whales is because he wants to take it off the board so Ahsoka can't use it to get home.
Right. So none of them can follow him. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
That's and just like him to take something off the board nobody's thinking about.
Yeah. Yeah. But I got to tell you, I like the character. The guy's playing 3D chess. And I think it's really cool.
They're definitely trying to convey that how smart he is. But except every single time he's losing in this one. So, it's okay. Because he does do things like that where he's like, this is just one battle. It's whatever. But right now, it's
commonly called a feint. You know what I mean?
Every single one he's losing right now. So I'm not really sure if I'm caring for that. So it's just kind of.
He's got to get some victories to be a badass, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Like right now, he's just like oversees a dead army, or whatever they are.
So we got one episode left. Let's. What are your predictions? How are we going to have a cliffhanger ending? Are they going to be able to wrap it all up?
There's no way they can wrap it all up. I got a feeling it's going to be a really dumb ending.
Yeah, and then they're going to go join us next time for the next series or whatever. They might move it over the Mandalorian, then you'll have Ahsoka number 2, and then the movie or some shit.
They did. Speaking of the Mandalorian, they did when they had the big political meeting, right? With the one where C-3PO come in name dropping, they actually referenced the Mandalorian. They
it's probably gonna
battle on Mandalore, and this guy swears up and down that there's no joint effort by Imperial personnel, ex-Imperials, and I don't. That he's got to be a bad guy.
And you know what's funny is, Joe, that there's a chance that he's not, and because this is the writing in this one is probably going to make him that way. Yeah, Filea. I hate that I'm probably saying his name wrong, but I haven't heard it out loud before.
Filet-O-Fish. Okay, got it.
He wasn't actually he wasn't an actual like Imperial imposter or anything like that. He was legit just a douchebag that wanted more power for himself. And even Thrawn manipulated him into doing what he did, like against Akbar. He actually put money in an account and made it point towards Akbar. And Felia took that like a football and ran in there for to try to get him. Like
he took the hand off and went to the goal line with
this
it.
guy is filling that role as the guy that's getting unintentionally doing the Empire's bidding.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know what kind of evidence these people need that there's. We know as viewers that it's going on. There's Imperials working together trying to make things happen.
That character exists even in EU. Yeah. That character exists where he doesn't believe anything.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He's just dumb. There's no threat here. Like that guy in EU. So that's all he's reminding me of. So I can't. I'm sure because it is Disney, he's going to end up being an Imperial.
But I thought it was neat that they did that they are, because we know that Filoni's going to make a movie that wraps all these stories up, and I thought it was neat that they actually mentioned the battle on Mandalore. I thought that was pretty cool. E. Clay Thomas says if he can't get those pumpkins home before Halloween, he's going to make a killing.
Pumpkins are not a known commodity in the
in the Star Wars universe. But I think, I don't know, man. I think they're all going to end up on that ship battling, and it's going to make it back somehow. Or one thing that could happen. This, I don't know, and I don't know what made me think this. I think it's when Thrawn was wondering where Balin went. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought maybe Balin was going to end up killing Thrawn. The whole thing was to get the witches back, right? Get the witches back so they can fucking act ignorant when they get back over there without Thrawn to stop them.
I don't think Balin had anything to do with the witches at all.
Okay. No.
At all.
No, they keep calling him the mercenary.
Yeah, they keep calling him the mercenary. Yeah, I know.
And
I don't think he has anything to do with them.
I think he's after something on the planet.
I think he's after Ezra and Sabine in some kind of capacity, and Ahsoka is wouldn't let him do something like that, so he is willing to get rid of Ahsoka for it.
Ezra and Sabine.
They're the ones that figured out how to get to the world between worlds.
Okay. So that's something I don't know about.
Yeah, they're the only two.
That's something I don't know about. So
that's been the biggest speculation as to what he wants is the power to do the world between worlds.
And there was a theory that he would
basically have time and space under his grasp.
Yeah,
and he wants to. This feeds into the fact that he wants to create change for the better. Or at least in his vision of it, and to do that, he would have to have some ungodly power, which would be time and space.
Yeah, time and space. Yeah.
Hey, Nock, did you find it weird that when he saw Ahsoka for that second time, he was like, "Oh, you're alive, yeah," or whatever.
Nobody's really that surprised that Ahsoka's alive.
They were talking, and oh, okay. He was starting like pleased she was alive because he was there when Order 66 happened. So it was weird.
We still don't know how he got away with Order 66.
Yeah,
we know how Ahsoka got away.
Yeah.
One thing's for sure that we do know, that Star Destroyer is going to be headed back to the galaxy that it wants to get to. It's going to go. As soon as the timer is done.
Yeah.
And it's going to take about an hour.
Yeah, right.
About how long
about
next show is going to be. It's going to go boom. It's going to go to warp, right? Or warp, listen to me. I'm talking about Star Wars here. It's going to go to light speed right when the show ends. And that'll be the cliffhanger ending, no doubt. Who's going to be on board that boat? Who knows? But
you know what they're going to do? They're going to do a callback to the Millennium Falcon hiding on the bottom of the Star Destroyer.
I thought the same goddamn thing. Like a pilot fish on a whale. They're going to just ride that fucking thing.
That's what I was going to say, Nock. They were going to hide just like they did in Empire. And that's how they're going to get back, because they only have two ways, either the ring or they hide with the Star Destroyer. That's the only two ways they get back.
Now, there is kind of an out-of-the-world potential thing that could happen to Balin. He could become the sun.
Yeah, I was thinking about that
He
too.
could become the son in this. Now this is pure Rebels lore, Joe. When it comes to
Okay.
the Rebels
Because I'm
show,
already lost. The son.
you got the son and the son, the daughter, and the father, and they're
Okay.
basically like the main honchos when it comes to the Force. The son's more the dark side, the daughter's more the light side. Anakin Skywalker meets them and does stuff with them, and Anakin was potentially, but there's even
think Balin's. I don't think Balin's dark side.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he is either.
I don't either. But I'm just saying there might be a way. Maybe he can even do the father. Who knows?
His apprentice surely is. She's
Sith.
She's
doubt.
she's
I
all into the dark
know
side.
they kind of want to let her go that way, but I still don't see her as Sith either.
Me
I
neither.
don't know especially because like he taught her to be better, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And to be better is not one way or the other.
Well,
she's
I would
aggressive, but she's also young. Every young Padawan is aggressive.
Yeah,
Everyone.
Real quick, let me get this, guys. Eclay says, well, he can't return unless they recast him, so maybe he just rides off into the sunset. Let me tell you guys, I would love to see him recast him and keep this character going. I love the character. Yes, I love Ray Stevens, but I love the character. I want to see more of the character. So yes, recast him and keep it going. If that was your plan, keep doing it. Please don't alter anything, because that's when you fuck shit up.
Oh, that's when
make
they're going to fuck season.
Bullshit.
This is what they're going to do. They're going to fuck season 2 up hard.
But see, nobody's using force choke. Nobody's using force lightning. I've yet to see any dark side powers in it.
No, he hasn't. He's pushed people, but that's it.
The Jedi's do that all the time.
Jedis do it all the time. They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I was just kind of putting forth like an out there idea of what they could do since he passed away. He's not going to come back as Skull. Depending if obviously it depends on if they want to recast him. Since we don't know anything, it's just kind of hard to tell.
Or does he sacrifice himself for some reason for his Padawan to become better?
Yeah, but remember,
I don't know.
He may have trained her to be better, but Obi-Wan trained Anakin to be better.
Yeah.
Well, I would say he trained him. He didn't train him.
He trained him. He didn't train him to be better.
No. Am I saying Shin's not going to turn bad? No, I'm not saying that. Like I said, she's aggressive. So
yeah,
good.
Well, I loved what he told her. I loved the last lesson he gave her. I thought it was great, man. Your what did he say? Your ambition for victory can end up in defeat or something like that.
Yeah.
It was something very reminiscent
Jedi.
of Mystery Men. Yeah. But anyway, okay. So that's it for Ahsoka. I don't know what's going to happen in that 8th episode, but that's I'm with you, Knock. I don't think they're going to be able to wrap it up. I think.
And also,
one
other thing, just to put it out there, there's nothing to stop the whales from coming back.
I was fixing to say, there's nothing to stop the whales from coming back. Especially since we saw Ahsoka using the Force to talk to one of them to hitch a ride. She was using the Force to hitch a ride. So she definitely can pull a Gandalf and put the thumb out there and get
whisper
going,
into the air, and then they just appear.
I have looked, and there is no listing for the length of episode 8 anywhere yet.
No.
I'm saying 2
hours.
hours.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if it's 20 minutes.
Oh God.
Oh, Knox is just shaking his head.
I would.
Don't speak it into existence, Joe, you piece of shit. But anyway, okay. Well, listen, guys, I'm looking forward to it. I've enjoyed this show. But I know nothing about Rebels. I understand how it probably has let some people down in certain ways, and maybe they've done a good job here and there. But me personally, I can't stand a character that I'm apparently supposed to care for, and that's Sabine. I can't stand that bitch. I keep hoping that one of these times she's going to get skewered and be dead, and not just come back to life.
Yeah,
right?
She still hasn't told Ezra anything. Except for the Empire, as far as how she got there and what she did to get there, she still hasn't told him.
Yeah, she totally blew that off when he asked that question.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
Wait,
whatever.
you thought Ahsoka was dead. Like, oh yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
Hey,
But anyway,
Ahsoka, you know, it's
we'll
like,
see what happens next week, and we'll have a wrap up for you. Okay. Next up was something that was created by this great cast who did a great job for me while I was up in the Great White North, hanging out with my mom and my aunts and my uncles up there in Maine, of the Irish side of me, as I like to call it. You guys did a great job, and one of the things that was born that's going to become a segment is the knock list. He started a list last week. I think it was actors. Is that what it was, Knock?
well, yeah,
Um,
we did actors,
you're
and
going
kind of
through?
born the idea of going into the movie segment, which we
Right.
kind of talked about before.
So you want to keep rolling with the actor one, or do
We
you
can
want to
do that
start
one
something
first.
else?
I mean, the movie. It depends on which one you want to do, because if we do the movies, that's going to take a while.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that as a future one. Let's wrap up the one you started last week. I think people want to see the
we're
rest
not
of
going to
this
do any
list.
movies because it's a whole week. I'm not going to be able to watch any of these movies. So you don't want to at least do a few of the movies. And
we can do a few of the movies. It's fine.
Give me some homework for next week. You know.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. So this is from your favorite place, IMDb.
Yes.
It's 1 to 100.
Yeah.
So let me get.
Didn't you start at 50 though? I thought you started at 50.
Okay, Joe, we're off the other one. This is movies.
Okay,
last
this is
week
movies.
we did actors. That was a different list.
Okay.
The main knock list idea was for me to present movies that I never watched. Some of them, obviously, I've seen some movies that are going to be on this list, but the ones that I didn't watch, you guys were going to say, you have to watch this.
Right. Gotcha.
That's the whole point.
Wait, you never seen Yankee Doodle Dandy?
Well, first of all, Jed, no, but
that's like a 4th of July movie that's on like every 4th of July.
Oh, I was going to say, I was going to guess Joe and I are probably the only.
How long
two
you been
people-
back there, Matt? Sorry, man.
Maybe 30 seconds. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'm saying that there's going to be movies on this list I've seen, and I'll point that out. When I
that's
see
like
them.
not watching
The whole
White
point-
Christmas.
This is
It's to create a list for knock.
yeah. This is to create a list where like I could
Right.
skip this one, or I got like this is like we can even do it into tiers.
And guys, keep track of the movies they have on this list, because what we need to do is, if there's something that's not on this list that you think knock has to watch.
Right. I even have a second list. So
Right.
I mean, like, there's a couple lists there.
That's cool.
But basically, what we'll do is we'll start out with some,
Mhm.
and we're gonna call let's go by tiers.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna make a better listing next time, and I'll fill it in for the next show or whatever we do.
Okay.
And
All right.
we'll go S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier. So the ones I gotta watch are S tier, right?
Yeah.
Those are the ones I have to watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That's the
Mhm.
whole purpose of the knock list.
Okay. Gotcha.
Is creating the list of movies that I have to watch.
You have to watch.
I have to watch them.
Okay.
All
Gotcha.
So the first,
Yep.
it went 1 to 100. So I don't know if it was like in any kind of order.
Yeah.
So I started at 100. So to move up, number one on the list was Godfather. So I mean, I've already seen that. So
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say you never seen.
It,
Jed,
that should be
understand- I'm
number
gonna say
one
this
on
again, Jed.
everybody's list, shouldn't it?
this isn't a list of movies I haven't seen. Okay,
Oh,
it's a list of movies of all time. Okay,
Oh.
I wouldn't anybody that enjoyed Godfather 1 and 2. I would encourage them not to watch Godfather 3.
I watched the whole trilogy. It was a whole trilogy that I borrowed from my buddy, and then I finally watched them. So
There are good things in Godfather 3, but
oof.
yeah, if you're going to miss any of them, that's the one to miss. The only thing that's good
yeah,
about
1
it
and
is
2 were
Andy
definitely-
Garcia.
Yeah, for sure.
Sonny's illegitimate son is friggin' great in it. Other than that, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. No Robert Duvall.
Yeah, no Robert Duvall. They had George Hamilton playing the consigliere. I was like,
Basically,
what?
he took Duvall's lines,
Yeah, he
his
did.
screen time. Yeah.
Okay.
E. Clay Thomas says, let's just say yes to every movie to make him watch all of them.
I mean, then I'll just say I watched it. You don't know,
Yep.
but okay. Yankee Doodle Danny. I have not watched this.
You can miss that.
It's on. It's a good movie. It's on every 4th.
I'm not looking for it's a good movie, Jed. I'm looking for S tier.
stuff
There's-
he's got
Like
to
nothing-
see.
like Shawshank Redemption. I have never watched it all the way.
Like
through.
Sleepaway Camp.
No
Dude,
shit.
make him watch Sleepaway Camp. Yes.
No memes, Matt.
Yeah, make him watch Sleepaway Camp. That's funny.
You could live your life without watching this movie.
Okay,
Oh my
that's,
God.
that's what I'm looking for. Like,
You
these
could.
are the movies I
Yes.
gotta watch once in my lifetime.
Yep.
North by Northwest.
North by Northwest.
Dude,
I don't
that's
think I've ever seen it.
Hitchcock,
I wouldn't put it on S tier, but it's definitely
Dude, that's
high B.
Yeah, that's
And if
got Cary
you've got
Grant.
time,
in
you
it.
should see it.
That's
But
Hitchcock.
it's not Hitchcock's best by any.
Is this the one that's got the famous plane behind
Yeah, that's
Cary
the
Grant?
plane scene. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me put it
Okay.
on the maybe after the S tier.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Okay.
It is Hitchcock, but it's not his best.
No.
Now, what's up with Hitchcock? I don't know anything about him.
Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock is one of the greatest filmmakers of all time, bro.
Yep.
Okay.
He is a guy. I guess if you were going to compare him to anybody today,
Ron
I
Howard.
guess Nolan would probably be the closest because he tries
A
to
little bit
bend
like
your
Nolan.
mind.
Yeah.
And so did Hitchcock.
Scorsese and De Palma both were influenced by him.
Yes.
Yeah.
most
So
definitely.
was
him and Cecil B.
Kubrick
Mill.
was too.
Who else was
Kubrick.
Kubrick was
Yeah.
but see Kubrick was
He did
influenced
say
by-
Hitchcock was one of his influences.
yeah he did so
Yeah.
but I'm talking
Hitchcock
about
is the
first-
master of
suspense
suspense
thrillers.
thrillers.
Yeah.
All
Yes.
the great suspense thrillers you've ever watched, Knock, he's the
No,
father of
but-
them.
okay.
Everybody
Dude.
that makes those.
They have the
learned from
one
him.
with Hitchcock with the window,
Okay.
and that's really
All right.
good. And-
All right.
Rear
So
Window.
we'll-
That's probably his best.
Yeah.
All right.
I-
So maybe after I've gone through my other list, I'll give it.
Let me tell you one more thing
Rebel
about
Without a
Hitchcock.
Cause.
They had this great interview with him once, and he said, "Well, look, it's just all about how you present it." He said, if you want to go for a shock, you say, okay, we have a conversation, you and I are talking, and then the desk blows up, boom, and it's a shock, and everybody's just, they're shocked for about a second. He said, if you want to make people worry about it and get them on the edge of the seat and worry about it, you show them the bomb, and you show them the timer on the bomb. And we start talking. People don't even give a shit what we're talking about. They're saying, "No, stop talking. There's a bomb down there."
Yeah.
He made it look really simple when he actually talked about it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, and Knock, his career went from the silent era into the 1970s.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he
Okay.
Most definitely.
All right.
Yep.
Rebel Without a Cause.
You got to see that.
That's the most
I'd say
famous-
I'd say it's below S though. I'd say it's below S.
It's another high B. It's
Yeah.
And
But it's-
Natalie Wood and James Dean are both
Two
in
of the
it,
greatest to
and-
ever be on screen. Yeah.
yeah.
Natalie
Yeah.
Wood and James Dean.
Also
no
two
doubt.
that died early.
Yes, both of them died
Yep.
early.
Yeah.
One of them
One of them wrecked his car. The other one,
in a car wreck. The
Drowned.
other one
Here's the
we
thing.
don't really know what happened to her.
I remember when that happened, and I was like, "What the fuck? She just fell off the boat? No fucking way!" Like, what?
She was married to Robert Wagner. Check it out
Yeah.
sometime, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
you
mean,
say
in
Thompson
this case,
Bourne.
maybe Robert
I don't know if
Wacker.
he's,
Yeah, I think he did it too, but we'll never know.
Boring. Yeah, well, it's a good movie, man.
Yeah.
all right. The Third Man.
you
The
can
Third
skip this
Man.
one.
Okay, you can skip this one because I didn't like it. So
Haven't
it
seen
is
That
kind
makes-
of
that
it
makes-
is
I'm watching now, but okay.
it is kind of boring though. It is kind of boring.
I don't even
Okay,
know.
Pulp novelist.
It's
Travis
Orson Welles, I
Shedd.
think. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
see his
just-
name on the credits there.
I just didn't. Because I
Investigating. I'm not the biggest fan of criminal stories.
yeah, I watched
Yeah.
TMC and
Investigating
like
too,
the channel the Turner Movie Network.
They're okay.
A lot of these
Well,
are on there.
It's
so.
film noir, and film noir
Mhm.
is an acquired taste.
Well, I love film
Yeah.
noir, but this
I do
one
too.
just didn't hit me. I was
No,
just
Well,
it's
I think
not-
part of
it's
it
not
is
the-
Orson
yeah.
Welles and Joseph Cotton were
Yeah.
both did Citizen Kane before this.
Yeah.
So that reputation from that movie probably kind of helped pump this one up a little bit.
yeah, it
Yeah.
just wasn't as good as Citizen Kane or any of the
Citizen
others.
Kane is the
Yeah.
I
the
don't
Orson
get
Welles movie.
Citizen Kane's.
I have not
popularity.
seen Citizen Kane.
Yeah,
You're going to put that on your S list.
yeah.
I'll do it now.
Many
We'll probably
consider
see
it
on
the
here, but
greatest
I'll-
movie ever made. So
And
Is
the
that
thing
Kane
with
with a
Citizen
C or a
Kane is
K?
that there's a lot of things you can interpret from it that
Kane was with
may
a
or may
K,
not be what the
K-
director intended.
Kane.
yes,
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm all for it. I'll even if it's not on this list, you say I got to watch it.
Oh, it's going to
Okay.
be on this list.
Rear Window.
There
Yes.
we are. We were
Yes,
just talking about
absolutely.
It. That's
Oh,
S tier.
Hitchcock.
In my opinion, this is Hitchcock's best movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everyone knows
Hitchcock. Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm not good with directors' names, so I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to learn a lot from doing
This
kind of
was
experiment.
basic. Yeah, I think this was his, and then I like the Birds too. The Birds was kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, but I consider this his best.
Yeah,
because
this
it
is his
has-
best movie because it kept you going. What is going to happen next?
Yeah.
That
Okay.
and I
It
think the
really
Birds is one
gets
of
you
those things.
invested in the characters, unlike the Birds. You don't really. I mean, yeah, okay, Tippi Hedren,
Yeah.
Right.
she's scared of birds. Okay, that's fine. The birds are attacking her. This, you're like, okay, what's going to happen? Because
You're like, when the first time I saw this when I was a kid, I was like, I had to go to the bathroom. I waited an hour because you couldn't pause it back then. I waited an hour to go to the bathroom because it played straight through on TV, and I was like, "Oh my god, I need to go," but I don't want to miss the movie.
E. Clay Thomas says
Yeah.
a lot of Orson Welles movies were revolutionary from a filmmaker's point of view, but not necessarily story-wise.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
that's correct.
The way he shot his movies were something else.
Yeah.
That's no doubt.
And,
Matt,
you know,
were you
the
trying
way
to say
he-
something about this one, or
Yeah, I was just gonna say, with the Birds, I think I probably enjoyed that more as a kid.
Yeah.
And as you get older, you enjoy some more of his other stuff.
more adult content? And that's what this is. Yeah,
I haven't
no
seen
doubt.
many. I've
awesome.
only seen maybe 3, but I think I've seen Vertigo, The Birds, and Psycho. And of
Yep.
those 3, I think Vertigo is probably my
See,
favorite.
I think Psycho's is best, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I think Vertigo's is best just because his character studies in this are amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, because you really understand where each character's coming from, which is important in building a thriller. You've got to understand each point of view.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't scare you or make you concerned about anything.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So everybody gives it an S
Yeah, no,
list,
I'm
bro.
all for it.
Gotta
That's
have
exactly what I'm looking for.
Yep.
Okay, Taxi Driver.
Yes,
That is an S.
Yes.
That is an
Yes.
S.
That's
That
an
may
S.
be the best
Jodie Foster, I
Scorsese
recognize
movie
that. Robert De Niro.
ever.
Yeah.
I've seen.
Yeah.
I've probably seen bits
Talking
and
to me?
pieces of this on TV, but obviously it's not rated. It's rated R, so
You need.
Hey, you talking to me?
All right, Travis Bickle, calm down.
I know.
All right, so Taxi Driver. All right, cool.
You need to get a copy that it's the uncensored version too.
And it's gonna make you want to take a
Yeah, okay,
shower
yeah.
afterwards
These aren't
because
movies that I plan to see on on
how
TV
old
later.
was Jodie
Yeah.
Foster when she was in this movie? She was like
She
12,
was
right?
underage. She was
Yes,
underage.
most
Yeah,
definitely.
she was.
And she
Okay.
plays a hooker. Yeah.
I feel
said
like
it-
I've seen a good portion.
That's
of this
kind of
movie,
like
but
how
I'll have
Brooke
to-
Shields was underage when she did Blue Lagoon.
And yeah.
You
Or
know,
what was
so-
what was the 20s movie she was in where she was actually in a whorehouse as a
Yeah,
kid? I don't remember the name of it. You guys remember the one I'm talking about?
I
Oh.
don't remember what the name of it. I remember that though.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's focus a little bit.
Don't
focusing.
forget
We're
from
focusing.
Leon Professional, Natalie Portman
Yeah.
was underage too.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was. Natalie Portman was great in that movie too. Yeah,
And
Taxi
mine's,
Driver, you got to see it,
Scorsese,
man. It's amazing. You'll never see the ending coming. It's fucking fantastic. It's great.
How do you say it? Scorsese?
Scorsese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of
okay.
people
I definitely
consider him
recognize
a
it.
great director. I think he's overrated. That's just me.
Gotcha.
Well, I beg to differ. He's a
Okay, all
great
right.
director.
I think that's one of the things I like about when we discuss movies. Like I said, I don't know nothing about directors in general.
Hey, not getting it.
I know
if
it's
you
a very it's a something that matters.
It does matter, man.
Yeah.
Look,
You can kind of
Spielberg
prepare
is
yourself for what movie it is.
Spielberg is widely considered the best storytelling director of
Mhm.
all time. He knows how to tell a story.
Well, E.T.,
maybe not
you know.
maybe not the greatest with character development, but he can tell a story. And
I would like to hold up Akira Kurosawa to Spielberg. And
Yes.
yeah,
Akira Kurosawa
Because
is
if
a
we
better
didn't have-
storyteller than
Yeah.
than Spielberg is.
If we didn't have Kurosawa, we wouldn't have Star Wars and a lot of other things we have.
yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
that's true. That's true.
So,
Yep.
so
All right,
I
next.
agree with that.
Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights. That's gonna bore the shit out of you.
It's
Yeah,
gonna bore the
okay.
shit out of you, Knock. It's gonna bore the shit out of you.
Yeah, it is.
No worries.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It's this is a chick flick.
It
is.
Okay,
that-
drama and romance.
It's a classic chick flick. Now,
Yeah,
I
skip
happen
that
to
one.
enjoy this genre. But it will bore the shit out of you. I know you, man. Put this on your B list. This is That's not one.
Well, there is a C list too. So
Okay.
That's
So
that one I put on
That
the
could
C
probably go down to the C
list.
list.
Okay.
It's a classic.
Maltese
It's a classic story.
Falcon,
This would be an A list, not quite S list.
Yeah, but this
But
is good.
this will introduce you to film noir.
Dude,
Yes.
this is awesome. I
I
love
could,
it.
Good
I could,
introduction to it.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I could do that. We'll do.
Yep.
We'll put it to the list.
Now, I mean, with all these movies, you're going to have patience.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just say, "Oh, I'm getting." No, you have to let it build and cook and stuff.
Yeah, some
Oh,
of these
no,
are
no
slow
worries. I
burns.
mean, look,
Yeah.
I'm going into this with open eyes.
Yeah.
I'm not like I'm not like a fan of Transformers where I need action all the time. You know?
No.
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
just-
a adrenaline.
No, he's a fan
junkie.
of good story, guys.
Yeah, a lot of
If it's
these
got a good
movies
story,
on
if it's
this
good character, if
list-
it's got good acting, I'm gonna enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Plus,
A
it's,
lot-
it's Bogart.
And even
I
the
mean,
acting part is like,
Yeah.
not, again, I'm looking for the best of the best. So if these movies
It's
suck, I'm gonna come
Probably
back at you
Bogart's
guys.
second best movie.
And I want you
Yeah.
guys to remember that I'll put an asterisk next to it because you said A
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
not
call it
as-
an
these
A-list
movies
one.
though, these three
I
we
call
got
it
so
an
far,
A-list.
Citizen Kane, Rear Windows, and Taxi Driver, they suck ass. I'm gonna come back at you guys. All right. So,
Go ahead.
that's all I'm saying.
If
Yeah.
you say, look, if you say Taxi Driver sucks
I
ass,
know, right, bro?
So there you
nobody
go.
is going to find you
Yeah,
being credible talking about movies
All right.
ever again. I can tell you that.
Okay, skip this one.
Double
Skip.
in
Yeah, skip,
Yeah,
skip,
this-
skip, skip,
Uh,
skip,
another
skip.
chick
Again,
flick.
it's another film
Indubitably?
noir.
Yeah.
Indemnity.
This one will bore the shit out of you, not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it will.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
need
about
I don't need
insurance
too many
fraud.
film noirs. You know, I can only handle so many.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we got.
Yeah,
our
let's
main
just
one.
give him the top tiers. Yeah.
Okay, this is
The Great
somewhat
Dictator.
fucked up.
The
and
Great
funny.
Dictator. Well, you've probably seen
Charles Chaplin.
the famous
It-
speech
yeah.
from this movie.
Yeah,
but
this is somewhat. I
You know,
yeah.
I put this. I put it B.
Yeah, I put it in a B.
Yeah, B. I put B.
Leaning
something.
towards A. I'd
Okay.
put it at B though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
something. If you
just
if
look
you're
up look up the speech he gives in it.
Yeah.
Though. You'd enjoy that. It's great.
if
Because
you,
it's
if you
timeless.
like
I'm pretty
World
sure
War
I've seen
II
it.
era movies that poke fun at Hitler,
Yeah.
you're like
This one is.
Yeah, I
one
think
of
I've
them.
seen excerpts from it somewhere.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, what is it? And I started laughing. I was like, is this supposed to be a comedy? Like,
Right?
Okay. Mutiny on the
You know,
Bounty.
I still think Hitler may have been a secret admirer of Chaplin. You know, hence the
Yeah.
mustache.
Right. The mustache and everything. Yeah.
yeah.
you are a fan of like seafaring.
This is the
16 to
original right here
1800s.
too.
Yeah. This is the
Mutiny on the
original.
Bounty is something you've got to watch.
The
Yeah.
Mutiny on
If
the
you don't
Bounty
like,
has
if
been
you don't
made.
like, if you now this is a swashbuckler movie. This is
Yeah.
this is more.
It's more adventure romance. you
No,
know?
that's
Yeah.
not romance.
Sort
It's more. It's more. There's some romance in it, but that's not a
Yeah.
main part. It deals with obviously from the title deals with with a mutiny on the ship called the HMS Bounty
Yeah.
that was based on a real.
Yeah.
Events
it was.
that
And the
happened
guy
in the
was
late
an asshole.
1700s, Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
The remake,
so-
the remake's really good too.
Yeah.
The
they did a
remake.
good job
Yeah,
with the
I'd
remake.
recommend the remake before I recommend it.
It's been remade like
Yeah,
3,
but
4
this is
times.
Charles.
Several
Law, this is Charles Lawton and Clark Gable. I mean,
Yeah, I
come
know.
on.
I know.
If you like Crimson Tide, I don't know if I've seen Crimson Tide.
Yeah, it's basically warring factions on the boat,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
it's
because Crimson Tide's basically it's not really a remake of this, but it's inspired by this.
yes,
But
absolutely.
is this S tier?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
No. I'd say
No.
B. I see
This
B
is B
or
tier.
C. B or
B
C.
tier or
You
lower.
guys are basically saying yes or no, and so if it's B tier, it's no. Then it's,
I would put the remake of this in the A tier,
Yeah, I would.
leaning
I
towards an
agree with
S
Joe
man,
on that.
because it's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I agree
I
with
think it's
Joe
called The
on that.
Bounty,
Yeah,
It's called
but
The Bounty.
it's got
Yeah.
Mel Gibson and Anthony Hopkins and Tahitian ladies.
Yeah,
Yes.
you watch that one, no?
I'll probably watch them both just to see the difference in them. Like I still got to watch the original Red Dawn.
Yeah, can you believe he has not seen the original
Holy
Red Dawn,
shit,
but he's
you
seen the
haven't
one?
seen that?
I've seen bits and pieces of
at
it, but I
this
never
point,
watched
after hanging out with Knock all this time, yeah, I can believe it.
it. I haven't watched a lot of older movies, man, or originals. And so I never watched the original Battlestar
He's-
Galactica.
Remember, he's a young pup, so
What's
Okay,
funny is
okay.
I've got a guy about his age that comes over, and we have a stack of DVDs we went through, and we made this list for him. I've got a
Mhm.
stack of these that whenever he comes over and he's just hanging out, we watch one of them. You know what I mean? There's
And
a
I bet
stack.
you, if I was near you, I probably would have went over and watched them too. So,
Yeah.
no opposed.
I love educating people on great film.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Stagecoach.
Stagecoach, man. Do you like westerns?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Can get into Western.
This has a very, very young. You see the year 1939.
John Wayne.
This has a very young
Yeah.
I
Duke
didn't
in
click
it.
on that.
Yes.
It's not
I
John
know who he
Ford's
is.
best.
No, it's
It
not his
is-
best.
Yeah.
But John Ford is another director that you'll see on this list a lot.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
this is not his best. That's why it's down here.
Also,
And I-
1939 had a ton of movies. that
Yeah.
Yeah,
made.
they did, and that was the year Superman came out too.
It's
So.
same year that I think let's see, 39. Isn't that the year that why do I always have a mental block on this name? Gone with the Wind.
Yeah,
that the
I
year
think
that-
so. Like,
I think it got
39
Best
was
Picture
a
that year.
really good year.
Isn't the Wizard of Oz 39? At least
Could have
the
been.
remake.
Yeah, they started
The
making
original
stuff in
was- the
color.
original
But
was
this
like
is in black and
1914
white. And
or
knock,
something.
I'd put this, and I'm a big Western fan. I don't know how many of you guys are, but I am. I'd put this on the B list.
Yeah, that's
I would
yeah.
definitely
say
on
Put it on the
C or
B list.
B. Yeah, C or B.
Okay.
Yeah.
B-list.
Yeah.
All right.
It's good, but I mean, yeah, it's very old. And
yeah. Like I said,
7.8
it's
sounds
not-
about right. I'm looking.
Yeah.
I'm finally looking at the stars rating. They're
Yeah,
giving
Yeah,
us.
it's got a
that's
Metacritic
about
and then
right.
it's got a.
Yep.
Well,
Let's see
the Metacritic.
I
You
would
know how I feel about Metacritic. So
Yeah,
Right.
me too.
A little bigger for you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So next,
The
African Queen. Ooh, man.
Yeah, it got Humphrey Bogart Caffey. Like,
yeah,
it's-
but it's. I
yeah,
mean,
they did a remake that was kind of a little.
Oh,
bit
those
better
two
than
are
this.
on the top 50 list too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
if you
They're two
like
of the greats.
romance, the romance is a little heavier in this than
Yeah, it is.
in some of the others that we've talked about.
It's B.
It's B, but it's
Could I
it's a
go
good
without
movie,
seeing
but
this
I
movie?
put it at low.
You
at
could
low
go
B.
without seeing this movie.
I don't want
There's
every-
several
I don't want
movies like
everything
this.
to be S tier than B, as in you can kind of watch it. But I kind of want to more focus on
On the S tiers?
E-Clay
Okay.
is coming
Yeah.
in with a B too. Yeah, it's
If we're not getting a lot of S tiers, I'll probably take some more B tiers. But I want a more.
Yep.
Goodwill Hunting. I know about this movie. I think we can kind of skip it. I understand. I don't think I've watched it all the way through, but I've seen like
Okay.
so many clips of it. I know essentially what the story is.
well, this is a biased opinion, but both those guys are from Boston. It takes place in Boston. My dad's from Boston. I know the area. I love it. I think it's great. But that's just me. I'd give it an
I know
S.
it's a good movie. I've seen like
myself,
excerpts
but
all the
there's-
time. It's always on TV. Obviously,
There's a better movie with Robin Williams in it that's of this similar vein. Dead Poet Society.
Yeah.
That's much better.
I would say that's true too.
And see, I
So,
wouldn't.
I don't think
like
I do
this
too.
one better.
Yeah.
No,
But that's
okay.
but like I said, I explained my bias towards
Yeah.
it, you know.
Yeah.
You feel a little bit happier after Goodwill Hunting than you do Dead
Yes.
Poet Society.
This
No,
is-
that's
This is a pass. This is a hard
Pass
pass.
that one. Not
Terms of Endearment. Oh my God, yeah.
dude.
And
This
Jack
is a
won
total
an Academy
chick
Award
flick.
for this too.
Yeah,
Jack
won,
plays
but
an
it's a
astronaut
chick
in this
flick.
movie.
It's a chick flick though. So
It is a chick flick. Yes,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is a chick flick.
All
This
right.
this is B.
I got dragged.
Pulp
Pulp
Fiction,
Fiction. Yes.
I have seen
That's an
Pulp
S.
Fiction.
Okay,
I have
all
seen
right.
Pulp Fiction. So
Okay, so we can
yeah,
skip this one.
yeah, we
Skip
can
it,
I'm
but
going to watch it again someday.
That should
but
be an S.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
That's
a-
Everyone
S
should see
tier.
this movie.
yeah,
No doubt.
By the way,
Tarantino's best movie.
I did watch this one as an adult and enjoyed it every minute of it. So
Yeah.
my favorite
good
part of the movie is when they're riding down the street and they hit the bump. And they, oh, you shot Marvin.
oh yeah, that whole scene was fucked.
Tarantino was not a fan of Hitchcock, believe it or not.
Yeah, he
Nope.
wasn't.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
American
yes,
Graffiti.
yes.
Tarantino's also a huge
S-
troll.
Yeah,
too, so,
George
you know.
This
Lucas,
is S
really,
tier.
okay.
S tier. S tier. S tier.
I disagree. I
For the
think
music, it's I would put it pretty high.
Yeah,
This
so
is,
the music's good, but the story.
I give this one an
So-
A.
Yeah.
I give
Yeah,
this one an
I
A.
give it an A.
Okay.
7.4 is probably a little high for me. I would put it at flat 7.
Mm.
The,
I love this movie.
the music and the nostalgia sort of
Yeah,
compensate for the story.
Well, it was the birth. It was the birth of. If you ever saw the old show Happy Days, buddy,
Yeah.
that's what this show. That's
Yeah.
what this
Yeah.
movie gave birth
That
to.
and Love American Style, which
Yeah,
I think
Love
came out maybe right after this or
Yeah.
right around the
So
same time.
if we didn't have American Graffiti, we were gonna have Happy Days, man.
Nope.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put that on the maybe list.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
There
If
you
you like oldies,
the B list has kind of turned into the maybe
Yeah.
list. So.
Yeah.
and by the way, this
Okay.
is Richard Dreyfuss. I think is essentially George Lucas
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
because that was the year he graduated from high school
Mm-hmm.
in California's Central Valley. George Lucas was in a car wreck that almost killed him.
Very
When he
young
was-
Harrison Ford's in it too.
yeah,
Yep.
and that's a lot of people from
Oh, the cars are really good. So if you're a car guy, you'll like it.
Cars
If
are
you're a Hot
awesome
Rod
in this
fan,
movie.
watch this movie.
Yeah,
man.
not
Oh
really.
my
I mean,
God,
I
the
appreciate the way they look, but I know nothing about cars. So
Equalize says
under-
a B.
Under no circumstances, do not watch American Graffiti 2. It's
No,
It's
it's
one of the worst
fucking
movies
horrible.
ever.
They should have
Terrible.
never made it. It was
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah.
It's
that's it.
stupid.
Okay.
I don't even know
Right.
that it had a director. I don't
Yeah.
even know what they.
Graduate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude, I like this movie.
Are you trying to seduce me, Mrs.
This
Robinson?
this is a movie for guys your age, man.
Nick,
Really.
watch
It
this
Okay.
movie.
really is.
This is S tier right here.
I
This
have
is-
to give it an S, dude. This movie's
This is
great.
S tier, bro.
This is the original MILF movie.
This
Yeah.
is a MILF movie, dude. Yeah.
You need to watch this.
So here's to you, Mrs. Robinson.
Okay. I'm getting your at least I'm not getting your references. I'm recognizing your references as
Yeah.
far as them being a reference, like because I've heard it before. So yeah. Okay. All right.
By the way, William Daniels still alive. The guy
Yeah.
that was in that. He's Mr. Feeney and
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
still
Right.
The
going.
voice of Kit. He's the
Wow.
voice of Kit.
Yep.
So from Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Okay, I have mixed on this one, but
Yeah, you
not
could probably
many
skip
like
this one unless
Yeah.
you're like a big.
Are you for
early
real?
person.
Are you guys for real?
I didn't like
Wow.
Network. I didn't like
What
Network.
do we got here?
This
Okay.
is an
Man.
S for me, boys and girls. This is
I
one of the
Wow.
greatest fucking movies ever made. If you don't think that what they predicted in that movie right there
I
isn't
know,
going on
it's
right
just-
now,
I
You are
know,
out of
but
your
it's
mind.
just
Yeah, it's definitely predicted how media
how
run-
the
how
state of
would-
media went.
Yeah,
I mean, oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love this movie.
Yeah,
It-
what
it
do we
is-
got, Matt?
it's an
What
S
do we
for
got?
me. You
I'm
guys,
on the fence here. I'm getting a fence worth of S tier. So what
I
do you-
mean, I would say A. I wouldn't say S tier.
I would
Okay.
say maybe B for me.
Dude.
Yeah.
I could go with an A. I could go with an
Yeah.
A.
An A.
you
All
go.
right, let me put it on B, but with an asterisk for A.
Yeah.
there you go. There you
All
go. Don't listen to me. I'm too fucking old to
I'm
know.
sorry,
this.
but it's
Joe,
gotta be.
Joe,
collaborative
you're only-
there, Joe.
You're only
We
10 years
have
older than
a
I
bunch
am.
of voices here. I gotta take them all. Under
I know you got to
consideration.
average them out. I know.
If I
Yeah.
just went with yours, I would.
I am
be
the host of the
discounting
fucking show,
all
though.
of it.
No, I'm just kidding.
You know, Joe. It sounds like you're mad as hell and you're not going to take it anymore.
I am
Yeah.
mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
You could get by watching. Just look up the highlights of Network. You can get by watching.
Oh man,
those.
look!
I don't
When
do
Ned
highlights.
Beatty died,
Oh
I
yeah.
put the everybody was putting clips from stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
I put up the one where he talks to Beale, the friggin' anchor,
Yeah.
in the boardroom, and gives him the fucking God speech. Man, it is so awesome. It is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a speech you need to see.
Yes, you do. It's awesome.
Okay. Nashville.
Skip it.
Skip it.
Skip
Oh,
it.
that's a
Never
skip.
seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a skip.
It's a
Okay.
chick flick.
It's a chick flick.
It's
How
a
one
soap
does-
opera. Some of these movies are just
Critics
soap
like
operas
it,
in a
yeah.
2-hour
Okay.
form.
If you
Uh,
haven't
Steven
seen this,
Spielberg.
Knock, have you seen this?
I kind of remember something about it as a
This
kid.
is
but I don't know if I
S-tier.
watched all the
I'm
way
This
through.
is S tier, bro.
S
Yes.
tier, bro. S
Yeah.
tier.
This is Spielberg at his best storytelling.
I think
man.
this would have
It
been
is-
one of those ones that I was scared of as a child, so I didn't.
Oh,
Really?
dude.
yeah.
I saw this when I was a kid.
I did too.
Once again, the proof that the score can
Yeah.
really push a story.
Yeah.
John Williams' score. I mean, I bought this soundtrack just so I could listen to the conversation. And don't
Yeah.
say what it is, but yes, dude,
Yeah.
you need to see this movie.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
good.
and this
You
kept
will enjoy
Richard
it.
Dreyfuss from being in Jaws
Dude,
too.
what's this?
Yeah.
You'll never eat
Yeah,
mashed
thank
potatoes
God.
the same way again. Each time.
Yeah.
Time I say it.
You'll understand it when you watch the movie.
Don't worry.
Yeah, you'll-
That's right.
when
You'll
you-
never
yeah.
eat mashed potatoes the same way again. That's right.
This
I'm
means
not
some-
really a fan of mashed potatoes, so I don't really have to worry about that. So.
They filmed a lot of that in my area, Close Encounters.
All right, so
Really?
the Green Mile.
Okay, Joe.
Um,
what do you
I've
think
seen
about
it.
this?
I've seen it, so
The Green Mile, that one right there, I give it an A.
I agree
I
with
would
you.
say A is fine.
A.
Yeah.
So I got.
I
a
don't
hot
think
take.
it's S tier, but I
No,
give it an A.
It's
Hot take C. I don't like it.
Okay.
it's one of the better adaptations of a Stephen King story.
I was fixing to say it's Stephen King, so it's going to have mixed reviews, you know.
Yeah.
But I give it an A.
I've seen it. So,
The
yeah.
guy that created The Walking Dead directed it.
Okay.
Or not that created the comic, but created the TV series.
Yeah.
The showrunner for the Walking Dead TV series.
Okay.
Yep.
At the beginning.
The Grapes of Wrath.
Wow.
Which version?
This is going to be.
That's the original.
Yeah, that's going to be. I mean, it's John Ford and Henry Fonda. John Carradine.
Yeah.
I would say maybe a C or B for this one.
Okay.
I'd
I
say
really
B.
enjoyed it, but it's not the easiest watch.
It's going to be.
It's not an easy
dense
watch.
movie. It's going to be a dense movie for
By the
you.
way, it looks like one of the actors is named Charlie Grapewin. What's the odds of somebody with the name Grape?
Right,
Yeah.
Grapewin being
Yeah.
in Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
My namesake. Shane.
Yeah, you can skip this.
Yeah, skip that one.
Yeah, that's
It's a good gunfighter movie, but there's
Don't
better.
get it anymore.
Yeah.
Giant.
Giant. The guy we were talking about earlier, James Dean. This is the tier below that one. So
Yeah.
I guess
So-
we give it a B. Yeah.
I'd
So
say
now
C or
Yeah,
B.
Liz Taylor though. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, yeah, Liz Taylor, but yeah, still C.
And
or
it's
B.
super long, by the way. You see the running time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
It's going to drag. It's going to drag for you.
yeah.
It's
big time.
dense like the other movie was.
All right. Fargo.
You've not seen Fargo, man?
No, I haven't seen Fargo.
Oh,
Steve
this is
sent
an
me
S.
It's an A.
that's nice.
It's an A. It's an
It's
E.
an S.
I agree. It's an A.
I would give it an S just because it's kind of its own genre almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It is Coen Brothers, and Coen
It's
Brothers.
the Coen Brothers, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to change.
but
mine
but
to
it's
an
the
S.
Coen brothers telling you a true story. This actually happened, and the fact that it's a true story and it comes off as funny as it fucking is great, man. It is fantastic.
I'd also recommend the first season of the TV show.
I heard it was good. I couldn't figure out how. I mean, is it about the sheriff or?
It's I think it's set in a different
a
time
prequel, isn't
period.
Okay.
It may even be
Isn't it
set
a
Right,
before.
so Joe,
This.
S tier or A?
I call it S tier myself.
Yeah,
I
I'm
do.
gonna
That's
agree
three.
with
That's
Joe.
3 S tiers. So I think Jet said A.
I think you had 2 A's and 2
Yeah,
S's.
No,
I
John,
say
John
A.
moved up to an S.
Yeah, I moved up to an S because, I mean, come on, it's a Coen brother. You're right. It's plus you got the cast. I mean, look,
Francis
Mason,
McDermott.
Cast is awesome.
Steve Buscemi, Peter Stormare.
Yeah, Frances
cast is
McDermott.
amazing.
I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look it up, but I think she won her first Academy Award for this movie. And,
Yeah,
and she
it
plays a
had
pregnant
7
sheriff in it, and it's fucking
Yeah.
great, man.
All right,
not-
so I
yeah,
got it,
you'll
and then I
probably-
mentioned the TV show as well. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll probably either really like this movie or be like, why did they recommend this?
Why did they recommend this flick?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll find
it
out.
could be taken either way.
That's going to be an opinion of Coen Brothers movies.
Yeah, it
altogether.
is. It's
Gotcha. Okay, Annie Hall.
Don't watch this
No,
movie.
Yeah,
no.
It is pretentious. Fucking look.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't wish the man any ill will, but I hate Woody
Skip
Allen
this one,
movies.
knock.
They
You won't
suck.
like it. Skip.
I don't know where people get into the fact that Woody Allen's a comedic genius. He's just a fucking nerd bitching. That's all he is.
That's all it
All
is.
right.
If you haven't seen this,
Man.
watch this. This is funny as fuck.
This was the year I was born. So there
Okay,
you go.
so watch this. This is
I
fun.
have not seen this.
I
You
would
realize
say
that's the year
A.
I graduated high school.
Yeah.
There you
Wait,
go.
let me see. That's 88.
Dude, I was in the National Guard. I'd only done 3 years in the
I'm
military
trying to
police
figure out
corps.
where I was. Yeah, I was still with my parents.
Rain
at the
Man,
time.
dude.
I would say
There's 2 movies I recommend when I see Dustin Hoffman's name. It's this one and Tootsie. So,
Yeah.
but
I would put
I would
this.
say
one-
I think
though.
Cruise alone brings it down a little bit for me. I'm going to call it an A. I'm
yeah,
gonna call
it's
it
an A.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an
I'd
A.
say
That's
it's
where I
an A.
would have
It's
put
an A.
it.
It's but yeah, if you don't want to have some of the others and you want to put it in, just put it in the ones below. Knock. So as a maybe. So
Of course, I'm
Yeah.
an excellent reviewer of movies.
What was the John Voight Dustin Hoffman movie from the 70s? Or
John Voight,
Midnight
Dustin
Cowboy.
Hoffman movie.
Midnight Cowboy, yeah.
I'd probably put Midnight Cowboy ahead of this.
Oh, I would too.
Well, yeah. I mean, as far as his performances in films, yeah, he's great in that movie. Yeah.
As
In
long
terms of-
as
I'm
it's
thinking of like duo movies with Dustin Hoffman. You know,
There's a lot of good Dustin Hoffman movies.
Oh
though, man.
yeah.
What
as
was the
long
one
as
where he was actually in all these points in history, and they did that massive makeup job on him at the end of it when he was 100-something years old?
Yeah.
that was
Oh,
like
a Little
that was
Big
like
Man.
mid 70s.
Little Big Man.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the movie. though.
Little Big Man.
Yeah.
Little Big Man. That's it. He was at Custer's Last Stand. It was fucking
Yeah.
great. It was awesome.
All right, so listen, I have some titles now, at least for now.
Okay.
Do you want to keep going with this, or do you want to go to the greatest actors and whatever?
I'm digging this.
I'm
personally.
digging
Yeah,
this.
I'm
liking
good. I'm good to
this,
keep
man,
going with
until we're
this.
done with it. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, someone almost sorry. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
I
Oh,
like
that one.
If you like political stuff,
Yeah.
He doesn't.
So let's see. What political? As far as political as I go, what's the? Oh Jesus, Madam Secretary. I enjoyed that.
No,
It's kind of more the modern.
I don't think he would like
I don't
this.
think
I
he-
really
I don't
enjoyed
think-
it.
I didn't care for like West Wing or.
Oh yeah, he
Uh,
wouldn't like this then.
No.
No, I'm kind of
Skip,
iffy when it
skip
comes
this
to.
one. Skip this.
I did like Designated Survivor, but that's because like the whole freaking, the whole
government got blown up,
The whole
yeah.
government collapsed, and it's just basically
Yeah,
this
skip.
one
This
guy.
is a
the
skip.
Designated Survivor.
But a lot of the things they make fun of in this from 1939 apply to 2023.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
As far as
The
in
message
DC.
is always the same. It's basically if you and I went to Congress. That's
Yeah.
basically what it is.
Like, Knock, if
And-
you walk in the door and you're like, why are we spending, hundreds of billions of dollars on this country and we're not auditing, what's going on with that money?
Yeah.
Basically,
he tries to bring
Yeah.
common sense to the fucking
Right.
Which
house,
doesn't
and it's
work.
just no, it doesn't. You know what I mean? But I guess if I had to give it a grade, I'd give it a B.
Now this
That's-
is mentioned this the Midnight Cowboy. This is what Matt mentioned.
I'm gonna give it an A. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give this an A because I tell you why. The subject matter it's not something you're gonna enjoy, man.
Yeah.
it's
it's
two
like
guys-
watching Leaving Las Vegas.
It's wholly depressing. This movie is.
Yep.
It really is. It
Oh,
has
yeah.
to do with homeless guys in New York, and John Voight plays a guy that's come there trying to seek fame and fortune as an actor, and finds out it doesn't quite work
Well,
that way.
at least it's not as bad as the Electric Cowboy.
No. But what I'm saying is, this is the only movie. This is the only X-rated movie ever to win Best Picture. Now,
Yeah.
if you watch this movie today, it wouldn't even be rated R. I don't think.
It would be like
PG-13.
PG-13.
because I don't think they
13.
use the word "fuck" in it very often.
Yeah, it was PG-13
but-
for it.
Oh
now.
no! Why? I mean,
Yeah, why are you doing that? But
I'm gonna highlight the R, but then it was like,
if you, I would say A, and if you watch some other movies where you like Dustin Hoffman, watch this one to compare because this
Well,
is his best performance on film.
We say
It really
X-rated
is.
because when it came out, it got the X rating.
Yes, yes,
They
absolutely.
since
So what it sounds like is
retroactively
I
made
need
it an
to.
R.
It sounds like I need to watch this and then watch Barbie. Like that's what it. That's
No.
what it-
Ugh.
I need to
Bro.
watch something like totally opposite.
Yes,
of-
you
of
do.
This
This
to
this
do the
this is a
Oppenheimer-
depressing
the
movie.
Barbie effect.
One
the
thing this
Barbie
movie is, it's real.
Yeah.
It's realistic. It really is, and it's
Okay.
kind of depressing. Yeah.
All right, a place in the sun.
Skip.
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 Okay,
Soap opera in a 2-hour form.
it happened one night.
Skip.
Skip.
Soap opera in a 2-hour form.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably it happened one night. Probably important for like the film industry more so than your enjoyment.
There's
Yeah.
better Chaplin movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you skip
there
this
are.
one.
Really
There's
nice.
better
Okay.
ones.
The French Connection.
Okay.
This is an S plus.
This is
here.
all the way
Yeah,
in there.
this is keep
Okay.
this one
This
knocked
is
as
S
S.
plus.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see Gene Hackman in it.
This
Okay.
is Hackman in one of his best roles.
Well,
And
he
Knock,
won the
you
Academy
may wanna-
Award. He won his one and only Academy Award for this
Yeah.
movie.
Yep.
You may
played
want
well.
to sell the high seas for this one because
Yeah.
Disney
You
tries
don't wanna
to.
get
Oh
it.
yeah.
You get it
And
from
I will say
streaming because
this:
they edited.
knock after the show. I will give you links to where you can see
Oh,
all
got
this.
it. No, I got
uncensored.
it. No worries. I'll find it.
He's got that covered.
Okay.
But
He's
yeah, the
technically
reason why
savvy.
they say that is because they have changed some of the language in
Yeah.
it. And,
Yeah. I would definitely want to watch.
No,
the
they've cut
original.
entire scenes out of it because of the
Yeah.
language.
Yeah, and the scene that made him
Oh man!
Popeye is cut
Check
out.
out the hot take.
And by the way, before
check
we
out the hot
move
take.
on from it, Eclay says it's overrated.
Overrated.
I think that the car chase scene alone is worth the watch.
Oh, yeah.
With the subway, but
Well, that it sort of established those types of movies going forward.
yes,
Yes.
the
Kinda set
action
the tone for
movie
the whole decade.
changed after this movie was made. No doubt
Yep.
about it.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
It's
But
definitely an
all of
iconic
this,
movie.
and it's a true story. Knock. That guy is a real cop named Popeye Doyle. Yes.
Well, I
The
want to say
sequel
that
was not
that
as good,
his-
but this is good.
I want to say that his boss in the movie is a real life police officer that this may have been partly based on.
It's one of the
Because you can
first
tell the
movies I
guy's
ever
not
saw
an
Roy
actor.
Scheider in, and I dig Roy
Yeah.
Scheider, man. I really do. Yep.
Say, and later on, Jaws would come up and really boost.
But
his
that's
ass.
S. You need to
Yeah.
watch that, buddy.
Okay.
doubt.
Also,
on
Fernando
the list.
Rey was cast by accident. They thought they were bringing in a different actor, but they flew him over from Spain, and they're like, "Well,
He's
you're
here,
here.
so
And what a deal, huh? Now you can't imagine anybody else playing it. You know? Wow.
That sounds like the Mighty Ducks in the TV.
Right.
shows. We wanted the actual Mighty Ducks. Not you yet.
Yeah, please.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh man.
I don't think I've ever watched. Obviously, I've seen versions of Bonnie and Clyde. I
yeah,
don't think
you know
I've
the
watched this
story. You can
particular
skip
one. I know the
this.
story. Yeah.
It's an A.
Yeah,
It's an A.
It's an A.
I'll give it an A.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It's a great story. I don't. Yeah, but you know.
but dude, it does drag on for a bit at points. So I'm like,
Now you want to watch something really good because they've made a lot of movies.
yeah.
This is the
like
Bonnie
this.
and Clyde movie, no doubt.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the one with Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway, no doubt. This is the one. But if you haven't seen the one Netflix put out with Woody Harrelson and Kevin Costner, The
Yeah.
Highwayman, holy shit, you need to watch that movie. That is a really good show, man. It's the story of the two Texas Rangers they hired to track these guys down and basically assassinate them. I mean, it's pretty cool, man. That's a good show. But yeah, this is the Bonnie and Clyde movie, but everybody knows the story. You could put it in the A column. Yeah.
All right, All Quiet on the Western Front.
Now this is the original, right, from 1930.
This is the original. I would actually find the 1978 version with John Boy from the Waltons.
I
With,
feel like I've
Richard
seen some
Thomas.
of it. I've seen
I
that one.
agree with John on that one.
My dad's a big World War fan, so
This
Either
one's
that
this
or
one's
the-
been remade several times. A matter
Or
of
the
fact,
one
it
that
was up
came
for
out a
Best
couple
Picture
years ago.
last year at the Academy
Was it last
Awards.
year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't it a German version?
Yeah,
of the movie?
yeah, it's a German language version. But
all right,
Yeah.
let's give me the S tier version.
Yeah, I would say
The
I-
S tier would be the 70s one, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really
That's
enjoyed it as a kid. Haven't seen it forever. I do know that Lou Ayres, he went on to make movies for like the next 50 or 60 years. Like
yeah.
there's like late 70s movies with him in it. It was pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
And so 1970. Do you have an exact year?
I was thinking it was 78, but let me look.
We can
I
look it
thought
up.
it was 78 too, John.
I'm sure I can probably.
But it's I had to read the book too in school. To me, this is a very important story.
Yeah.
And you can really apply it to any war.
1979. I was off by a year.
1979.
Oh, we were
boys
off,
and
okay.
girls. Yep.
Okay.
Ernest Borgnine's the first face I see. Yep.
What would be funny if he was in he's so old if he was in the 1931 as well.
Right.
Richard Thomas, Ernest Borgnine, Donald Pleasance, Ian Holm,
Right.
Patricia Neal. Yeah, there's just a lot of big people in here.
Donald Pleasance was in George Lucas's first movie, the THXS
1138.
1138.
That was that I love that.
That is
I like
a
that.
mind
2
F
seconds. I'll
right
be right
there.
back.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't recommend
Dystopian
it.
future,
Yeah.
like you've never seen it. Yeah. It's-
Like
whoa.
at one point, there's like 30 minutes straight of just ambient noise.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
what's going on?
Dude, but it's good. I love that movie though.
Look, Lucas, he's on the Mount Rushmore, man. As far as I'm concerned, him, Scorsese, Spielberg,
Donald Pleasance
Hitchcock.
was also the priest in The Exorcist. No, not the Exorcist. He's the psychiatrist in Halloween.
Donald Pleasance? Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Show is.
In fact, the Halloween franchise is probably what most people know Donald Pleasance from, even though he
Yeah.
did a lot of
That's
other good
probably
stuff.
what most people, do know him from, but I've seen him in a bunch
But
of
he had a whole career before that. I mean,
Yes.
you know,
Oh my God. He was an old man when he was in Halloween. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The Deer Hunter.
Oh,
Which
God.
version is it?
Look,
This is the original
filmmaking,
78.
storytelling. This is a great movie, but
This is the
I
Robert
have
De
to give
Niro
it-
version. And Chris
I put
Rock.
I put it as an A because, dude, you've got to be in the right mindset to watch
Yeah,
this.
dude,
movie.
this
It's-
is intense and dense and
This is
a
dark.
it's
Yes, it
it
is.
gets
Dark.
really dark, dude.
Yeah, and
So something I might want to watch at night.
Yeah.
I ruined my thoughts.
it's
No,
not a
you-
horror movie.
You
It's just-
have to be
No, I mean,
in a
like-
good
like, get the
mindset.
Don't
This
watch
is-
this on
This is
on
the movie
on
you want to watch when
days.
you're sipping whiskey.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay.
To be able to deal with it, it's wholly depressing in the end. But
Gotcha.
but the characters are good. I mean, it opens with a wedding, and
Yeah.
and it's about a group of guys that are friends in PA, in the mountains in PA, and they're deer hunters. And they have a last hunt before their friend gets married. And they all go to Vietnam together,
Yep.
and
Not everybody.
it's
comes
when they
back.
go to Vietnam that everything changes, and it's just and it's look, the 70s, man, especially the 70s Vietnam movies are dark fucking flicks. They
Yeah,
didn't
they
pull
are.
any punches with them, and this is one of them. And
It wasn't until the late '80s you started getting stuff like Good Morning Vietnam and
yeah,
where you
some
started
stuff
seeing
that was a
more
little bit more
Lighter.
lighthearted.
Like
Yeah,
even
But,
Good
man.
Morning Vietnam was kind of damn. You needed
Yeah.
some drinks for that. So
but yeah, put that in the A column. Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
be in the right mindset to watch that.
Goodfellas.
S,
That's
Goodfellas,
S.
S.
That's
Yeah.
an
I have
S.
seen this.
that's an
It's
S.
definitely one I'll watch again.
Yeah.
Ray Liotta, awesome.
Arguably
Joe
Scorsese's best movie.
Yeah, it's one of it's probably it's I think I don't know. I'm not a big Scorsese fan, but I mean, this
I
is
love him.
definitely an S movie.
There was definitely a summer that I was just like full on, I want to be Italian, kind of deal, and just
Yeah.
watching
Every time
anything I
bring it-
can consume of it.
Yeah. Every time I talk about the Academy Awards being political in nature,
Mhm.
I always bring up this movie. I bring up the Outlaw Josie Wales. These are films that these directors eventually they got Academy Awards, but stuff that wasn't as good as the stuff they did before. Like
yeah,
Scorsese got all his awards for The Departed, which is a great movie. I'm not taking anything away from that movie.
it's
But
nowhere near Goodfellas.
This is much better than The Department, and it's The Departed, and it's a true story. Much like Clint Eastwood got his Academy Award for Unforgiven, it's a good movie, but it's nowhere near as good as the greatest Western ever made, The Outlaw Josie Wales. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
leaps and bounds above that movie. But that's the kind of thing you're looking at here. I think this is arguably his best movie. I tend to lean towards Taxi Driver myself. I really love that one. And
Yeah.
Taxi Driver, he actually has a cameo in it. He actually gets in the cab, but
Yeah,
this is a great one, man.
I
The
think
true
that-
story of that guy.
I think this is
something else.
actually more generally enjoyable than Taxi Driver is.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah, it's definitely
yeah.
more enjoyable. It's got a happier ending, that's for sure.
Um, Ray Liotta, I thought he was half Irish, half something else. Turns
Yeah.
out he's Scottish and was adopted by an Irish family. I just looked it up.
Wow,
Cool.
that's a mix.
Because with Henry Hill only being half Irish, I thought Liotta was the same, but it turns
Yeah.
out he's only Irish by adoption.
Yeah, great movie though. Yeah,
But I can't think of a different actor in that role. And
No.
a role's good when you can't think of someone else playing it.
no, absolutely. They perfectly cast flick. Joe Pesci was on the map after this movie, man.
Yep.
He started
This is the
showing up
movie
in
that put him on.
everything.
After this movie, he started getting a lot of major roles.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. The Pianist.
Yeah,
Soap opera
yeah.
in a war.
I think I've
movie.
seen it a little bit. I remember seeing the commercial for it.
So this came
Yeah.
out while I was in college, and I have just a quick story. I'm sitting in class, and the teacher goes, "Anybody got any World War II movies they want to recommend to me?" And in front of a whole classroom of people, I said, "The pianist." I meant to say the pianist,
Pianist.
but no matter how I said it,
Got to put the in there.
it
So
didn't come out correctly. So got some laughs
man.
on that.
I would also like to point out this is also Roman Polanski, and he's a pedophile. So
and he's
a
It
he's a
can.
scumbag.
the only movie I ever watched that I liked is just because I'm into horror movies was Rosemary's Baby. That's the only one I ever liked.
It's the only
Everything else he made is crap. So fuck him.
Polanski movie that I actually enjoy too.
All right. The Exorcist.
Pretentious.
I mean, I've seen a version of it,
Pretentious
but
as fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, The Exorcist. That's an S. That's an S.
I mean,
an S.
I've seen it. You know,
Okay.
I'm sure it's a more recent version of it. I get the premise of it. I'm not going to watch this one again. I'm not a
Yeah.
horror fan by any
Okay.
means.
Well,
Yeah.
And I know what the story is. You know,
Yeah.
two priests going to save a girl that's floating.
You
in
kind
air.
of know this story
So,
without even watching the movie. Just through
Yeah,
osmosis.
I've seen The Exorcist, I think it's like a 1990s version of it. I think
Yeah.
something like that. I've seen, so.
one of the many sequels.
Well, this
I don't
particular.
feel like I need to see it.
Oh, they're coming out
you
with
don't
another
need to see
sequel,
it. You
too.
don't need to see it, but
Yeah.
I have to tell you the fight between good and evil in that movie is really great. And the outcome, if nobody's seen it, you need to watch it just to see the outcome. It's really cool.
And it's another William Friedkin movie who we just lost recently.
Yes. Yep. Same guy that yeah, no doubt.
All right. I mean, a million times.
I think everybody in the fucking
Yeah.
planet's seen that movie.
Definitely a good movie. Definitely
Yeah.
classic.
I mean,
Yeah.
the CGI. I mean
It still
Dude, it
holds up.
stands up today. You know?
I can remember. I mean, when I was a kid and this came out and I saw it, I thought, well, I really can't believe what my eyes are seeing. Like,
is this
can't
like really?
comprehend.
Is this really an
Well,
island you can go to? Like,
especially when the T-Rex for the first time goes off and you hear his roar.
Mhm.
You know, I was in
The
Dolby
only
surround
better
sound.
roar belongs to Godzilla.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Okay, so yeah, I've seen that.
Got it.
Dances with Wolves.
You can skip
Oh
this.
man. The
It's
first time
pretentious.
you're going to hear overrated out of my mouth.
Yep, definitely
Oh,
overrated.
man.
It's pretentious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's too
What?
long. How many minutes
it's
is that?
too
181.
fucking long.
Too
Freaking
long.
hours.
3 hours, yeah.
It's basically you've seen it. It's called Avatar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Only in
It
that
is.
movie, the Indians win. Okay, in Avatar, the Indians win. Yeah, it's basically what it is.
Okay.
well, I like Wyatt Earp, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth
I
shut
mean,
if y'all don't like this.
Look, don't get me wrong. It's a good movie.
I've seen
It's
White
a-
Earth. So.
It's way too long, though. It's way too.
It is too long. And the reason I brought up Wyatt Earp is because it's also a long, pretentious.
It's long, pretentious
Costner movie.
I really enjoyed
But
White Earth.
Costner's made some good flicks, but this one and
Tombstone's
Wyatt
better
Earp-
than Wyatt Earp.
for
any
whatever
day.
reason,
I like
I just
Tombstone,
really love
too.
Wyatt Earp because it told the whole story. But
wanna
David
watch-
Spade had a great line on SNL doing a Weekend Update. He said, "Wyatt Earp came out this weekend. Why it's so long?" And even for somebody that liked the movie, I cracked up when he said that.
Look, you want to watch a good Costner Western, you want to watch Silverado
Yeah.
when he was somebody that nobody even knew. Okay. And he's got an all-star cast backing him up. It's a great movie. The other one I would say, and it's a slow burn, but I love it, and that's Open Range. That movie's fucking
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
Fandango with Kevin Costner in the 80s is pretty good.
Yep.
It's like him and Judd Nelson and some other young actors.
Mhm.
Okay. So, seen this one.
S. Okay.
mostly.
As you should.
Is
It's
there
an S.
something above S?
Yeah. Is there anything above S? Because yeah.
Yeah, I remember everything about it. I haven't watched it in a couple years, but
And
I
it's
remember
3
everything
hours
about
long,
it.
and nobody gives a fuck because it's so
Nope.
great.
No, it's
Yeah.
so good. Yeah.
You don't even
Yeah.
notice it's 3 hours. That's
Nope.
what's good about
No.
Yeah, and whenever
No,
some
not at all.
nerd says it's not historically accurate, I'm like, no movie
cares?
is. Just
No
Let it go.
movie is
Yeah,
ever
nobody
historically
cares.
accurate. You
Yeah.
piece of shit.
No, definitely a great movie. Definitely
Yep.
good that one. High Noon.
it. Oh,
High Noon. Now this right here, I would for you, I would suggest Outland, which is
Yeah.
a
Outland.
science fiction version
it's
of the
High
same
Noon in space.
story.
Yeah.
Same
It's
story, just
basically
in outer space.
this is a good movie. Don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorites. I used to watch it. I don't know, you older guys my dad had an 8mm film projector, and you could buy those 15-minute edited versions
Yeah.
of movies with subtitles because there was no sound. And we watched the hell out of Sands of Iwo The French Connection, and this one. And it's got a special place in my heart. I watched it when I was a kid a lot, and but it's the sheriff that's going to do the right thing no matter what, and he takes on a whole lot of guys.
If you want a list of iconic Western movies, this is on it.
This is on there. This is
in
one
like the
Stagecoach, High Noon. There's certain ones that are always
The Good, the
going to
Bad,
be
the
mentioned,
Ugly,
and
yeah.
this is one of them.
The Good, Bad, the Ugly.
I'd have to give it, for your watching.
Unforgiven.
Yeah, Unforgiven's one of them. Outlaw Josie Wales. I mean,
Cowboys
but,
versus aliens. No, I'm kidding.
Cowboys versus aliens. Jesus. But I'd say A for you, buddy. I wouldn't say an S. I even would rather watch Outland now than watch that because it's a little long. So,
There we go.
Platoon.
Platoon.
Oh,
I don't think I've seen this one.
There's better Vietnam. I mean, this is good. Don't get me wrong. This is definitely an A movie, but Apocalypse Now is a much better Vietnam War film.
I think so too. I would. It won Best Picture the year it came out. We found out who William Dafoe was, and Tom Berenger. They were both a rarity for motion pictures. They were both nominated for Best Actor, not Best Supporting Actor. They were nominated for Best Actor for this movie for being in the same flick.
Yeah.
Tom Berenger is a complete badass.
He is a complete motherfucking badass in this movie.
Plus, it's got Keith David.
Yeah, Keith David's in it. If you wanted to see an encapsulation of everything that they saw on the TV news or the headlines back during the Vietnam War, that's basically what he did with this movie. We got soldiers raping the civilians. We got burning of the hooches. We got, it's supposed to be autobiographical. I have to call bullshit on that, though, because I doubt a lot of the things that happened in this movie happened to him, because if he saw this much action in fucking Vietnam, then he was in several units and he went there several fucking times. But
it's
I would
Oliver
say,
Stone. So if you want to put somebody, you want to label somebody as pretentious.
Yeah, that's
Oliver
that
Stone.
guy. No doubt. Now he's made some good shit, and this is a good movie. But I would put it in the A list. I wouldn't put it in the S list for Vietnam movies. No.
No, you can skip
The
this.
Apartment.
Soap opera.
Yeah, even though it's Jack Lemmon, I love Jack Lemmon.
Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I have not seen
Now
it.
that's another one of the westerns that's going to end up on your list.
It's
of
long.
the greatest ones ever.
I don't mind
and
long.
It's long.
Sierra Leone's westerns are almost you got to watch them just because there is.
Yeah.
This is the movie that defined spaghetti western.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And it is
I'd
awesome.
have to, when it comes to westerns, this is an S. You have to see this movie.
Yeah, it's an S tier.
I'm all good for a good western. I have been. Like I said, the whole reason I'm doing this too is I've just been in a mood for some older stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get to this definitely.
That's a good one.
Yep.
The Treasures of.
I like
I
Sierra.
don't even know that I've seen that movie.
I like this,
seen
but
I don't know if you would like this or not.
Yeah,
I am a fan of the treasure hunt.
Okay.
This looks like to be they're mining. They're looking for gold.
yeah,
I am a fan of that kind of exploration to find gold.
But there's certain parts where this does drag.
It does drag a lot.
Yeah.
For 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah, it drags a bit. I don't think you would like
John
this,
Huston, another
Yeah, I know
great
John
filmmaker,
Huston.
but yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance
Yes.
Kid.
S.
That's
An S.
Yeah.
That's an S.
Yes.
Anything, and there's only a couple of movies. There's only a couple of movies they were on the screen at the same time. Anything when you see Paul Newman and Robert Redford, it's an S.
You could almost put comedy next to those different.
You could.
You could put biography.
The chemistry
crime, drama,
between
and
those two
comedy.
guys is the best you'll ever see.
Oh yeah.
This is the definition of chemistry. This is what every buddy movie is trying to achieve. Is these two guys right here. They are so fucking great. They really are.
Okay, so I'm gonna do one more.
Okay.
And then I had a question for you. Patton.
Oof.
S.
That's an S.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it because I've been through my history or World War II movies. But
Have you seen his speech in front of the flag at the beginning of it, where he's really small, walking back and forth?
I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna put it on the list because I can't remember a whole lot of
Yeah.
it, so I'm gonna put it back on this. So, just real quick, I wanted to see. So obviously, I don't have enough time in 1 week to watch all these movies. So
Yeah.
give me if you can, give me like the
Okay,
the
recap the S list we gave you for tonight.
Exactly. So we got Citizen Kane, Rear Window, Taxi Driver, The Maltese Falcon, which is kind of more A-list, The Graduate, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Fargo, All Quiet on the Western Front, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and Pat. Those are all the S-tier ones so far.
Okay. All right. I
He's
would
got a
say
He's got a good
out of
list.
the list you just said, I would, and this is just me because I have a soft spot for that movie, man. I would say I'd love for you to get your take on Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yes.
I would definitely like to see what you got to say about that one.
Joe just said what I was going to say. I was going to say
it-
Close Encounters.
Because that
would
one
be first.
will blow your mind.
Yeah, that'd
and
be first.
what's really going to blow your mind is how great the special effects are without any CGI, my friend.
Yeah.
Remember
This
when you
was-
watch this movie? There's
Yeah.
no CGI in it. And
Practical
fucking fantastic.
effects.
Yes.
Okay.
practical
How
effects
about
are
you, John? Anything
Yeah.
particular?
Out of the list we've got,
Citizen Kane, Rear Window, Taxi Driver,
Rear
The
Window.
Maltese. Rear Window?
Rear
Yeah,
Window.
he was very vehement about Rear Window. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree with John on that.
And then I guess whenever, hopefully Matt comes back. If I have to wait till after the show, I can get it. So
That's fine.
Okay.
We'll get
Apparently, I'm
his.
taking over for Keith in the morning.
Are you? Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, you the go-to guy on Pop Culture Minefield.
Joey,
bro.
yeah, he is. I
I'm,
noticed that.
I'm
now.
the guy that if nobody's there, I take over.
Well, brother, I'll try and get in bed early enough for my choking ass to be on there. I'm sorry I didn't make it today, but I
that's
felt
fine.
like shit when I got up
No,
this morning.
that's fine.
You can ask Jed. I had one beer last night during the video game show.
Yeah.
One beer.
he
Didn't even have a
ended
shot.
the-
I was
He
just,
even
ugh.
ended the show early last
Yeah,
night.
I did.
So.
I was. Oh God, it felt like I'm ready for this stuff to be gone. Ugh. But Jed, give him one other movie off that list.
I would
Give him one other one.
I would say Rear Window, like what John
Well, I
said.
already said
All
Rear
right.
Window.
So you already picked the two. So give me I can watch multiple movies in the week, just not probably all. Of these.
Okay, Matt.
So-
He needs a movie off the list we gave him of S's for him to watch. I gave him Close Encounters.
I said Close
And-
Encounters of Rare Window. So.
Right, both
Which-
Jed.
which- pick another one,
We
Jed.
stole Jed's thunder not once
Right.
but twice.
Both
Um,
times.
So Citizen Kane, Taxi Driver, The Maltese Falcon, The Graduate, Fargo, All Quiet on the Western Front, Butch Cassidy, or Pat.
Fargo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to see his take on
and,
that
and
one.
and so because I'm gonna be original, Graduate. So
The Graduate. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, Graduate,
There you go.
Rear
Awesome.
Window, and
Good.
Close
Thank you
Encounters.
guys. So that's
Leave it to
that's-
Jed to come up with a degenerate pick. Of the
I was like,
Yeah.
wait. I'm like, hey, come on, Graduate.
All right.
I'm
man.
gonna give this away now because I know. No, actually, I'm gonna wait. Number 50 is funny. I'm glad that we ended on that one, or before we got to that one.
Okay, yeah, let's
Yeah.
start with number 50. We went through 50 movies? Wow.
We went through
49.
50 movies.
That's pretty good. That's a lot
I
better
guess
than we do
from
on the
50,
freaking
Well, 100
video game
to
list.
51. So next
Yeah.
is 50 to 1. So it's a 1.
Okay, let's go around the horn. John, you said you're filling in for Keith tomorrow
Yeah.
morning.
Apparently, Gary just texted me and said, "Hey, do you feel comfortable filling in for Keith tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Yeah, as long as you do a different subject, because we're doing that list of the fandom's greatest foes, and we're doing 10 to 1, and I wouldn't want to do that list without him because that's like his
Phantom's greatest foes? Yeah, he's got to be there for that.
Yeah.
So just
I
come
don't
up
know
with
what we're
something
doing. I'll come up with something else, but but yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow, and then Friday, of course, I'll be doing game day where we're doing Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, you need to keep doing Baldur's Gate on Friday.
Yeah,
Please, thank you.
everybody likes Baldur's Gate, so
It's great, man.
Still got to
Love
get
it.
into that game, but I've gotten back into Cyberpunk. So.
Yeah, that's what he was playing this morning. I was like, "Where's Starfield at?"
I was thinking about downloading it back to see how
Yeah,
Knox,
I got
you're gonna
the
be
so
with
I'm
me
gonna-
Sunday, right? You're gonna be with me Sunday. You too, Matt.
Yep.
You gonna make it this week?
Yeah. Well,
I won't be here.
Okay.
It's not
I may
my
have
week
a birthday related thing. Sometime this weekend. I'm not sure when it's going to be.
Birthday related thing. Your birthday's coming up.
Well, mine is, but it's someone else's. So
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, hey, if you can't make it, it's fine. But me and Knox started the show by ourselves, guys. So we can talk football
I think
for.
the birthday thing will be Saturday night, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, then you definitely won't show up because then you'll be making up for lost sleep, right?
I'm pretty sure that there's the youth group pizza bake auction this weekend. So
Okay.
or the pasta bake auction, not pizza bake.
Yeah. Jed, what you got on the MF for this weekend, man?
Articles of things about stuff about Sony and Xbox, and there's gonna be a lot of video game stuff. I don't know why.
That's cool.
I'm just trying to do something different, not just have tits and ass up on the screen.
I hear you, bro.
Oh, just growing up. Oh. I'm so proud of you, buddy.
Well, you know what? I can do this.
You're branching out. No, like
I can.
Oh
just
no,
do this.
man! Watch out!
And I can just
Watch
put
out
that
now.
up right there. I can just put that up.
Watch out now!
I can just put that up.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! All right, boys
Well,
and
didn't
girls.
Sean
thanks
Payton
for
said
being here,
something
you
about
guys.
Hackett being the worst coach ever? Or something like that?
Let me tell you something. Hackett is still the worst coach ever.
That's
He's still the worst coach ever.
It's not
I
invalid.
think Peyton said exactly what everybody else wanted to say. But anyway, guys, thank you for being here. You guys know I got a steak waiting on me, so I got to, I'm trying to get rid of this, whatever this is.
You won't get to smell the steak. That's so
I won't
sad.
get to smell the steak, but I'll taste it. I don't have COVID, so I'll still be able to
Yeah.
taste it. But anyway, you guys know we're doing State of the Atmosphere. We do it every Wednesday night at 5:30, and then tomorrow night, it's going to be the backup hackers tomorrow night. Me and Wookie will be here. Wookie Be Bad. Danny's on a cruise, so look for me and Wookie Be Bad to be the backup hackers tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time, and then Saturday, I will not be doing Sketching the Privateer because I have a work-related thing I have to go in for. That'll be pushed back a week. Sunday, we're doing a pregame party 2 hours before kickoff of the games at 10 a.m. Central Time. Just remember, we're only going to be doing it for an hour and a half, though. It's hard out this time because I'm going to a sports bar to watch the Miami Dolphins.
Going to be a little distracted during that game, too, because the Jaguars and Falcons game will be going on during that too.
Oh, I won't be distracted. They'll have all the games on. I'm going to a sports bar.
No. It's a 9 a.m. game, Joe.
Oh shit, that's right. The first one from England, right?
9:15, and it's going to be on
Ooh,
Disney
we should have
Plus.
made that pick last week. Damn, I forgot to even talk about that this weekend. I'm gonna have to start paying attention to that. Do we have a couple of those in a row?
I'm not sure. I only know about this one. I only know there was this one because they keep talking about it for the Disney Plus.
I'll start
thing.
paying closer attention. Look, man, they're doing a lot of things trying to get people to buy football games. It's pissing me off. We'll talk about it Sunday.
It's bullshit. Man.
But anyway, we're gonna do our show 10 a.m. Central Time, talking about football on Sunday, and then of course Monday we're gonna be back to our regular schedule with Knights of the Old Republic at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Monday evening.
Nice.
And then I'm not sure what we're going to do on Tuesday night for Papa Joe Gamer After Dark.
Tits and ass.
I'll have to look it up. It may be because what I'm doing, I'm going to do a regular rotation. I looked back and I've been doing a different game on that show like every week for like 2 months. And I think I'm going to go to I'm going to look at the past ones and just build a rotation because some of these people like a lot of the things I'm playing. So we may be going back to Sinran Kagura. You just don't know, man. Just don't know. E. Clay Thomas says y'all take care. And with that, I want to tell you guys thank you for being here. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. Look out. There she is.
Yep.
The hottest woman on the planet. What's up?